All right. Okay. For those of you guys that are just joining the live chat, you guys are hearing it right. You guys did not misread what I wrote. Solar is saying that carbonation is back and he is the chief. Now, Velvet has something to do with this. I have not had a chance to go through this video, so we're going to do it together. So let's go ahead and get this video started. This is absolutely crazy. And if you guys come in the chat, let me know you're here, say hi, leave your comments, what you think about this, and we're going to go ahead and start the video.
Dragon fruit. You guys are going to want to hear this. You guys are going to want to be here for this one. Organic, non-GMO, dragon fruit. Wow. I haven't really checked the phone much. Been doing a lot. So made some decisions, had some thoughts, specifically about carbonation. You know, I had to take the page down. I got off of IG. I'll tell you guys what happened. First, I'm going to tell you what happened, why I got off of IG, and then I'm going to tell you why I got back onto IG. Okay, there's a reason why I got off, and there's a reason why I got back on. You guys are in for a journey. If we thought this was something light, it's it's light and dark. Yeah, man. So I was here talking with this girl. There's a girl I had met. She had the same exact chart as me. Pete, the same exact chart. Gemini 12th house Sun, Gemini 12th house Mercury, Venus Taurus 11th house. Everything just the same. Everything. Cancer Moon, Aries, everything the same. And I was like, yo, this is a person, this is someone. And I was like, damn, she's not that one, because when I figured out, she was still trying to, hey, what's up, Yoga Playground? Hey, bro, people like y'all, hey, leaders of the communities, I'm going to be asking y'all, I'm going to be calling y'all a little bit of action. Leaders of the communities, thank you for showing up, Yoga Playground. You're something special to me, and I'm working to work with you. I'm actually doing a lot of my own yoga. I'm trying to catch up. I'm going to be learning from you, paying you, you know, hiring your services. Shouts out to Yoga Playground. Y'all go follow him. I really support him. You was just, I'm in Playa del Carmen, so I'm right by where you was at. I was like, I should go pull up on him. But I was like, I did it. But anyway, back to the thing. That's actually a part of this message. A part of this message is going to be calling a lot of leaders of communities to action. And you guys will understand why. So let me go into the story why I took my IG down and then why I brought it back up. So I took it down because I was talking with this girl, realized when she tried to diagnose me, just another person who I thought really could understand me comes up to me. I think you might be a little psychotic. You're showing signs of mania just because I don't want to respond to a text in the moment, just because I wanted a moment to myself. And so, I was like, you know what? Y'all ain't even signing up for my program. It's like 20, it's the same people. I know these people who are in there, they cool. And they awesome. I love them actually. We're very powerful as just a couple of us that we are. However, I felt like I was giving more energy to IG than I needed to, and people and texts. And so a lot of people haven't gotten texts back. A lot of people haven't gotten calls back. A lot of people have gotten blocked. A lot of people, I took my page down, and I just didn't want to be on there. I'm like, I don't owe y'all nothing, like, in a sense. That was the vibe, right? So it was a death. And that night, it was midnight, and I got signs, many signs, to just go to the beach. Just go to the beach at midnight. And so I'm like, okay. So I just do it. Walk to the beach. Get to the path where it's this long, dark tunnel covered in trees and just all trees. You go in there, it's pitch black. There's giant bats swooping and swarming left and right. And I'm like, okay, fuck that. And I just keep walking. And I'm like, this whole time I be acting like God got me. I be saying God got me, but I can't even walk down a nature trail. But it's midnight. It's a lagoon. There's reptiles. It's giant bats. It's scary. It's dark. Nobody's there. If something happens to me, like I could get robbed. I can get something. So, I'm just scared. And then I'm like, you know what? God got me. And I began to walk past it, but I turned around and I walked straight into that darkness, straight into that dark tunnel. And as I continued to walk down that dark tunnel, I looked back, seen that the only light that was left just slowly disappear. And I'm enveloped in complete darkness in front of me and complete darkness behind me. And all I can hear is the ocean ahead of me. And all I can see is this. Hola, hola, puerta, por favor. Trabajando. Sí, gracias. Okay. So yeah, I'm going down this path, and then I can't see behind me. There's no light behind me. I'm looking in front of me. I can't see anything really in front of me. I can only see right in front of me. And it's completely dark, and I'm just walking, and I'm walking, and it's still this way. And I start to realize as I'm going through all these fearful thoughts, I'm like, remember, alchemize it. Remember, I was blessed in the darkness. I know how to get it. Got the key for the heartless. Lotus light emitting. I'm the wind in the leaf. Yeah, I'm never submitting. And I'm thinking this. I'm singing. I'm thinking my things. I'm just going, and I'm like, I got it. And I look around me, and I realize the reason why I can see right around me in this darkness, and when it's completely dark, I can see my light. I can see my light. What's radiating is my light, like a lantern. And I realize this light I can see, the reason why I can see and it's expanding and it's getting brighter as I walk through this darkness is because of my light, my heart, my EMF, my electromagnetic frequency, field. That's light. That's light. And I can see around me. And the more positive I got, the more I could see as I walked through this tunnel. Another moment of nature just teaching. I get to the other side. The moon's not even up yet. I get to the other side. I get to the water. The moon starts coming up, and you can just see the whole ocean is just white with the moonlight. I put my feet in the water, and the water is warm. Hot. It's warm. It's hot. I'm like, this is magical. This is crazy. Felt healing. Continued to walk on the beach. Had a nice night at the beach. Had a little moon ritual. Wrote a song. Came home. Whatever. Went to sleep. Before I went to sleep, I listened to Velvet's live. I just sat there and I just listened to Velvet's live. She had a live, I guess she did, and I was just listening to it, And as I'm listening to it on her YouTube, I'm just like, yo, I'm going through the same exact thing. I'm offline. I just let these girls go. I'm just letting these people go. I've mentally shed everything. I've got offline. I don't care about all those money opportunities that I have with people. I don't want to deal with y'all. I don't care about y'all. I don't care about the money. I don't care about those deals anymore. Leave me alone. And it was kind of like almost a depressive thing, but it was really a death. And that was my card of that day, the death card, which was just perfect. I'm right in alignment, right? Come home, listen to this 2 hour live. As I'm just listening to it, the first thing she says is like, it resonates. And so I type a message to her on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I type her a message and I say, hey, I'm going through all these same things. Everything you're saying, I'm going through it because why? I'm keeping the knowledge. I'm loving myself. I'm not fucking with just anybody. I'm not dealing with just anybody anymore. I can't just hang out with nobody anymore. I have no friends. I have nobody, you know? And that's why I resonated and I sent her that message and I said, well, hey, just know that I see you and you're good. Keep going, keep healing. She had said to me first, sending you healing energy because she's seen like I take my page down. Natiri's doing whatever the fuck she's doing. You know, I don't even watch her. I haven't even seen a single video of her since she's left the house because I've been relieved since she's left. I don't know what she's lying about. I don't care. I've been relieved. Let that go. She said she's sending me healing energy. Velvet, thank you. I appreciate that. Regardless of what was going on. So when I came home and I seen this live before I'm going to sleep, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I just typed this brick of a message like, yo, at the end of this brick of a message, you know, I send it to her. I'm listening to the live. As I continue to listen to her video, she's still saying everything I'm going through, word for word. I'm like, I'm blown. And so I'm just listening and it's giving me comfort. I can't usually sleep at night. I have like this insomnia issues sometimes, and I just be laying there and just studying stuff, just listening to audiobooks. I just be up listening to books because I can't sleep most of the time. So I just listen to books. Like I just listen to books over and over again. I get books in a day. I get multiple books in a day because I can't sleep. Right. So I just laid here and I'm listening to her and it gave me comfort to the point to where I ended up just falling asleep to it. And when I woke up, everything was better. Money started coming in. I was able to pay my rent. All kind of things came through that was just really clutch. A lot of people y'all don't know, I'm really good with money. Trust me, I've made $500,000 since I've left carbonation. I've made $500,000, but I haven't been able to use my bank account, so I've had to trust other people. Okay? And that hasn't worked out very well for me. So anyway, long story short, I woke up with the feeling and the understanding that, you know what? Carbonation was something good. Carbonation was something righteous. What carbonation was ultimately what I want to do. I do want to build a place for healing retreats. I do want to build a base for knowledge to be shared, for community to connect. I do want what our original mission with carbonation to be seen through. I wasn't lost, y'all. I was not that lost. I knew what I went there for. That changed. Eligio, we thought he was a leader, but he wasn't a leader. I'm the chief of carbonation, and I've always been the chief of carbonation. That's why none of them can talk down on me, because I've aided each and every one of them individually through healing as a shaman. When I went there, I was immediately all of their leader. From the moment I went there, I was in charge of all the men, including True. Everybody. When True got the power back, I remember me and Eligio agreed it's just going to be better for his ego. Let's just let True have it. All right. Hey, True, you're the new leader. I lost my daughter. I lost my family. We lost our way. There's a lot of things to consider in our journey that we've seen in going to carbonation and the changes. People call me left and right, families, fathers with kids and their wives, saying, hey, did we do the wrong thing by supporting Eligio? We just sent him money. We were sending him money and we just saw we were live and we don't know. Did we do the wrong thing, dude? And I'm like, guys, no, you didn't do the wrong thing. You guys did the right thing. You're like me. We thought something was happening that just wasn't happening. Your money helped us. Your money fed us. Thank you. Ultimately, it's time to stop that and move forward with our lives. And everybody just dispersed and wants to live their lives like what we were doing with the knowledge wasn't what we were doing with the knowledge. Like the knowledge wasn't the knowledge. There's a reason why I taught those 5 science classes. The weird part about all of those videos, the weird part about all of those presentations is where I have to sit there and exonerate Eligio. I have to make a special slide in the beginning, or else the whole presentation won't be valid. You know what I mean? If I just take that out, everything's still very true, it's very accurate, it's very well put together, very well organized. And now I've been able to organize the knowledge in a way that is better than ever. All I did was take a couple days off, guys. That's all I needed. Just a couple days off. I have 3 books. I have 3 books. 3 books. 3 of them. That's all we'll ever need. Yeah, call me religious, call me whatever you want to say whatever you want to say about me. The way I believe that the golden age goes is that everybody puts their crown on. Everybody gains the ability to call themselves whatever they want to call themselves, whether you call yourself a king, a wizard, a sorcerer, just a regular person, whatever you want to call yourself, go ahead. As long as you claim your power, as long as you claim who you are, you claim your ego. You see, I created something called soul redemption, sovereignty in all dimensions, supreme control of your soul, in the state of supreme control of your being, your mind, your soul, complete coherence with your astral body, yourself, and your cells. My book list is 3 books. You can give them to your children. I'll make a children's version because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. So it's only 3 books. It's all you'll need. 360 vision, knowledge of the 12, soul system. We're changing the world. If you don't believe me, just sit back and watch. If you believe me, then stand up and teach. It's up. Gemini 12th house. Sun and Mercury. Venus Taurus 11th house, just like yay. Just like yay, it's up. We working. I don't know what y'all think we doing. We working. I'm working over here. I was inspired, very inspired. And I just remember, I'm the chief of carbonation. If you don't believe me, you don't believe I'm the chief of carbonation? Is the history not enough? If you who've ever been there with me, is that not enough what I've done for the family? How I've been able to maneuver us, how I've been able to secure these houses, how I've been able to get us through these borders, how I've been able to get him out of jail, how I've been able to heal y'all through everything y'all have gone through, how I've been able to teach in the shadows, how I've been able to inspire and live, to get y'all to leave, to get y'all to use your own light. That wasn't John the Baptist. That wasn't Jesus. That was the Antichrist. I'm the Christ. You're the Christ. That's how that works, plain and simple. When the knowledge changed to Eligio's God, nobody else is God but Eligio, and we're in cells in Eligio's body, and we're living in Eligio's dream, and you guys don't matter, you're just bots and AIs that...
Here we go with the same old crap. He's going to start his own little cult, like I told you guys he would. He's Nature Boy 2.0. I never really thought, or foreseen that Velvet would be involved in this, but it was starting to make sense. And there was people in the chat that was saying that Solar was wanting to make Velvet his wife for an agenda. But this is the same old stuff. This is another person, except for the chief is not God, I'm God, and you're God. So if you're praising yourself, how does God get the praise? When does God get praise and glory? It's disgusting. And then we heard, and I was trying to upload the video, the rest of Velvet's video. And all she does is self glorify. She doesn't give any praise and glory to God. So this is the same old stuff. He's going to be self worshiping, and somebody asked in the chat if I thought that Zoka would be back. I do think she'll come back now, and I think that, no, what's her name? What she want to be called? Natiri. I definitely think that she'll be back too.
Are meant to do whatever. You don't deserve to have a penis. You don't deserve to have children. You had the wrong ones, Eligio. You see, you called for the chosen, and you got the chosen. That's exactly who you want to have a penis. That's exactly who you want to have love and in their life, and children, and procreation and creation. You had the chosen, stupid. You had the chosen, stupid. Those were the ones you want to have penises. What you wanted was women with penises. Big difference between us. I want love for my people. I'm a chief of my people. There's many more of me. When we wake up, as this golden age stands, I will be washed into the greatness of everybody else. I'm not going to matter like that. I'm just one of us. Y'all need to step up and teach us Reiki. Step up and teach us these yoga practices. Teach us these breathing techniques. How to cook. Y'all go follow Let's Talk Food. Learn how to cook. Y'all go follow Velvet. She's teaching. She was the queen of carbonation. She was just like me. That's why I resonate with her, because she went there on the knowledge already. We went to go build and fulfill our mission. We was already on it. I've been on this shit for years. Y'all got me fucked up. Eligio taught me what? Eligio didn't teach me nothing. I've been knowing this stuff. I've been on it for years and years. I've been gifted myself with special knowledge, with special connections, with divinity that I turned off and shut down with my Saturn Pisces 10th house, stood in the background with my North Node is Scorpio Leo, with my South Node in Taurus 11th house. Eligio is a Taurus 11th house. He is my South Node. I've mastered his energy. I should have never really stuck with him so long. He should have learned from me. I've mastered his energy. I'm going to the Scorpio 5th house, the inherited kingdom. Carbonation is mine. I own the LLCs. I own the EIN. Carbonation is mine. Carbonation is not dead. Carbonation is not over. Carbonation is back. Carbonation is back. We're not going downward either. We're not descending either. We will ascend. 3, the cells, the self, the lower, the cell, the lower 3 chakras, the self, the cells. 3, 6, the self. 6, the self, from the heart to the throat to the brow, the upper 3 chakras. 9, 9, however you want to do it. 9, the astral body. 7, 8, 9, the astral body. We're going to ascend. 3, 6, 9. Peace to the gods. Carbonation's back, and I'm the chief. I'm the chief of carbonation. Me. Crown, please. That's why we've been feeling lost. That's why we've been confused, because I haven't been in my North Node, Scorpio 5th house, Saturn Pisces 10th house. My Saturn's returned. 27. Jupiter's in Pisces. I'm him. I'm him. the chief of carbonation. Hi guys, what's up? King Love. Love King. Love King at your service. Solar Amore. Solar Amore. This is just my life. This is just me. This is my life. I own carbonation, quite literally, even in their world. Spiritually, I own it. Metaphysically, I own it. I'm the chief. You guys want clarity? Why do you guys come to me? Why do y'all come to me now that carbonation's over anyway? Why y'all come to me anyway? Because I'm the chief of carbonation. That's mine. Literally. And it ain't a cult. It's a network. It's a common. Carbonation is consisted of individuals who apply divine knowledge of self to their lives to attain sovereignty in all dimensions in the process of soul redemption. That's carbonation. Carbonation is self-love fulfilled. So everybody who applies the knowledge to their life is carbonation. The knowledge, what is the knowledge? The truth that we do all agree on. The fact that I am a body, I am a perspective, and I'm a spirit. And the understanding of how my...
So I want to read a couple of these. Troy asked, how did you find that Velvet is messing with this boy? I'm not 100% even sure that they are, but it's what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking that, the video that she put out yesterday, and then the video he's putting out now, and he's talking about her, something's up. But that's just my opinion. I'm not going to go out and say 100% for sure yet. But Velvet, I'm trying to upload the rest of that video from yesterday, but this girl is just so stuck on herself. She's so, I guess you call it vain, and she needs to humble herself. They're all beautiful, but they are all, and Velvet, she's, oh my goodness, she is the worst.
Version of all of that works to master myself in whatever realm, in whatever level. But to have mastery of that one thing that I am, that is my purpose. Your ancestors are in your blood. Your ancestors are in your blood. They're in your DNA. Okay?
Lordy, Lordy. That's how you know they've been talking. Because the rest of the video I'm getting ready to upload, Velvet is going on about how the blood is in your DNA. It's in your ancestors. Blah, blah, blah. And now Solar is singing the same tune. And we have a subscriber. I think it's Redbone. But she has been hinting around that Solar is going to try to get with Velvet because of baby Eliana. For some reason. Now I'm going to have to get with her and find out exactly what is going on, because I knew Solar wanted to be Nature Boy. I never thought that Velvet would want to be involved in that with him. But then we've been hearing her for a long time now lately saying how she wants to be back in nature. So they're planning something, and that's just what I think. And Susan says that it was confirmed through the comments under her post. So, uh, just trying to take attention from Kendra. She's jealous. Yeah, she wants to be the only. She wants to be the only. I don't know. I'm going to do another whole video for the new people about Velvet and Nature Boy and their history, but it's a lot. It is a lot. And then now we have these two, and they're wanting to start their own thing.
Your memories, they can show up in dreams. They can show up in ideas and visions. Your ancestors are in your blood, in your DNA. I'm an Amaru Khan. I'm an Amaru Khan.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but let me ask you guys something. Did and that video that Nateri did where she was airing out everything that Solar had done to her, didn't she say that Solar had talked to Velvet or was talking to her then? And I know she got mad because he was talking to Zoka. Solar is playing victim, but underneath it all, he's trying to start this tribe again. Natiri's going to be the new Velvet because Natiri, she's like Velvet. She is not going to tolerate being the second fiddle to nobody. She is going to stay number one. She wants all the other women, whoever comes, to stay in their place. And if Solar makes Velvet his queen, we already know how Velvet is. She's going to be the same way. She wants them to be in the tent. She wants to be the queen. She wants the worship.
These are all dragons. This is the dragon. Look at my logo. This is the dragon. Look at my logo. Go look at my logo. This is the dragon. This is a dragon. 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 There's a dragon right there. A dragon right there. Amaru Khans. Kukulkan, Khan, the feathered serpent. Turtle Island. Black people. Original black people. Kemet. The original Kemet. Egypt was in Egypt.
That's true, Anne.
When Atlantis fell and was corrupted, the ones who kept the knowledge, the few, they fled to Atlanta. You may be Lumerian. You may be Amaru Khan. You may be Atlantean. It's in your blood. The memories. The ancestors. You will channel what's in your genome. But this is the very first you that has ever existed. You just got here, God seed. This is your first time existing. You will learn how to use your soul from this beginning realm. From where you decided it will never end. You will only continue to pretend. The idea that you have a past isn't real. You just got here. Star seed. You just got here. God seed. Just have the strength of a mustard seed. I can literally explain eternity.
Here he goes, quoting from the Bible, mocking God, all while he's trying to get you to self-worship. Don't worship God, the one true God. Worship me. Worship yourself. And then goes on to proceed to use God's word, though. He won't give the one Lord and Savior, any kind of recognition, but he's going to use his words when it suits him. Just like with Nature Boy, he did the same thing. And this is why I'm not going to stop, because you don't sit and mock God. You don't play with God. And I think Nature Boy learned that. Velvet's about to learn that too. Solar is about to learn that. Nateri is about to learn that, because all three of them, well, all four of them actually, including Nature Boy, they all have a high ranking demon in them. People say, worry about Malia, worry about Aya. They have these little tiny low ranking demons, just like with God. He gives his angels different rankings. And Satan, he's a copycat. So he's going to give the demons different rankings and different positions. It's the same thing.
Literally, with irrefutable facts and math and knowledge that's already out there. It's not mine, guys. You just got to tap into it. I'm not smarter than anybody. I'm just tapped into it. What I would teach and what I teach in these books is how to tap into it. I don't need to teach any other knowledge other than this right here. That's it. After I could teach this literally forever, and that's enough. For children, for adults, for anyone. It's for every soul. Uniquely designed and customized for you to apply to yourself uniquely. With a soul profile, a compass and a map. As you set sails in the infinite waters of new, you can always know yourself, your purpose, and stay true. Navigate with clear sight. Learn how to use the stars at night. When it's dark, I know you're going to find that light. Opinions don't matter. The opinions of sheep don't matter to a lion. Those who are chosen will continue to be called. And those who have the knowledge will continue to be flawed. Let the kingdom come, thy will be done. Heaven on earth. That's the law. If I'm the Christ, then you the Christ. But God, that's the all. We have a beautiful journey ahead of us. Getting a lot of money, getting the bag, securing the soul in the bag. We teach knowledge on every dimension. I want to see everybody attain their ascension. You see, if I want to live in that realm, I have to do it. I have to attain that so that it can become my reflection. I have to grab that. I have to be that. So it's prominent in my projection. I know how to get to the Golden State. I was born in California. I am now the chief of carbonation. Go ahead, try to say you are, I'll sue you. Anything with the Lee Hills face, I own it. You do whatever I want with it. All you trolls online, anybody online, I got control of that content. Be careful. This is just the beginning. You owe me a daughter. You owe me my family of the chosen. I owed me myself. Dragon fruit. Organic, non-GMO dragon fruit. Even my computer's a fucking dragon. It's an MSI. I got an MSI. Look it up. Even my computer's a dragon. I don't know about anything else, guys. I don't know how things are going to go. I don't know how things are going to transpire from here. But I'm going to do my best. I'm for the people. I'm for my people. Whether or not the people are for me, which is how it's always been. I knew that from the beginning of my journey. That I was for the people and the people have not been for me. I've known that. I've been known that. That's not new. That's not surprising, but I hope we all find love. And I hope the chosen find love. I hope they step up. I hope they share their journeys in their lives. I hope that everybody after this starts teaching again. I hope we can get back to the mission, back to the knowledge. Can we get off of this psychology and trying to survive off of reels and Bigo and all the drama? Can we get back to the knowledge, guys? Can we get back to the healing? Can we get back to the mission? Can we back to the age of Aquarius? The connection, the evolution, the mission. And if I'm not speaking this message the best right now, that's fine. You do it. You do it better. You do it better. You do it in your way. If you're a female, dance, do your art, create, set your boundaries, love yourself, build yourself, truly learn to let everything go so that you can grow. Shouts out to Free Soul. Fertile grounds. Fertile grounds. Free Soul, fertile ground. Music. Oh, we all linking up on music. Sauce God, let's go. Pies, Ishi, what all y'all is, let's go. I'll send it to you. I'm not gonna live with everybody. We don't gotta live together. Age of Aquarius, we got the internet. All right, guys. In Age of Aquarius, you gotta be a Leo. Be yourself. Have yourself and put that online. Put that into the Aquarian form. Put that into technology. Put that into the network. The real you, the true you. I don't get much love from y'all. Don't nobody send me money. Don't nobody want to pay for shit. I let people in for free. I do things for free. Y'all might think I'm out here getting it from y'all. Y'all ain't paying me to talk. Y'all ain't paying me for knowledge. And the few who do, they're blown away and they're locked in for life because they're like, that was it.
Okay, let's read a couple of these comments. Daughter of Zion says, Velva is treading on dangerous water. She was on the right path following Jesus. Had something, okay. I'm sorry about that. I had something in front of the screen. Now, going deeper into darkness, especially messing with Solar, he's becoming just as demonic as Nature Boy. In my opinion, I think Velvet has always been as dark as Nature Boy. She's got that high-ranking demon within her, and she's not, in my opinion, and from her actions and her own words, she's never been on a path to Jesus. She had an agenda behind that whole thing. She was never a follower of Jesus Christ. She used Jesus Christ in order to get love donations and in order to later on mislead you. She's going around saying, oh, my friend that was a Christian, she left me, and she's trying to make you think that Christians are bad people. She's been, letting that be known that well, you can't be my friend because you're a Christian. You can't follow after me because I don't agree with you. Well, I think her friend, the one that was trying to lead her to Christ, she was right to end the friendship with Velvet. She was right to end the friendship because Velvet would have led her down a very deep and dark situation, because that demon that's within her, it ain't no joke. The one that was in Nature Boy and still is no joke. Let me see. Anne says, I can't get rid of this thing in front of my screen. Janae must be going crazy. She said she felt jealous when Solar talked to Velvet. That's one of the reasons they got into a big fight that night. Yeah, I thought I heard her say that he had been talking to her. And so this must have been planned for a while. And eventually, I think Natiri, she's going to get over her mad spell. And her pride, it's not going, just she has the same spirit as Velvet. Her pride is not going to let her stay gone for too long. As soon as Solar's like, hey, we're all back together, come back and join us, she's going to be there because she's going to try to outdo Velvet, and it's going to be a whole mess. And he's saying that they're not going to all get back together. I don't believe that. I think if he's starting this whole new thing up, eventually they're going to be back together.
That was real. That was true. That's why I'm putting my services out there, because they're useful. They're useful. They matter. I can create a whole soul profile for you to navigate the rest of your life and your children and your family. I have a schedule for the most divine schedule for the well-being of all three of your bodies, to live in coherence, to live in Christ consciousness, to live in the knowledge. And it's flexible enough to where you could personalize it for your fucking, no matter what situation. It ensures the evolution of the soul at its maximum capacity daily. I'm working, never stops. Y'all ain't even got to use my services now. Y'all about to miss out on everything. Everything's going to change. Y'all ain't taking advantage of what's there now. Everything's going to change in a minute. I hope you.
I think that Blood Reina is where, oh my goodness. She claims that her father appointed her the queen of the family. He made her his queen. So she is blood queen. Like by blood, she's queen. Her father made her the queen of the family. I've always said, and I didn't go too far into it because I know a lot of people like her dad, but her dad is a big pusher into her getting into her own cult and making her own way. He wanted her away from Nature Boy because he felt that she was too good for that she was a higher elevation. And Velvet even said that they it's like an Indian thing. They all did rituals, giving praise to the ancestors. And we all know, if you're a Christian, you follow after the Bible, this is what you believe. We believe that our ancestors are asleep. They're not here watching over us. They're not here to haunt us. They're asleep. And that's what the Bible teaches.
Love you guys. I say this. I say this to the leaders of the world. If you are a shepherd, don't get mad at the sheep. They're gonna have all these different opinions. They don't know what to think. They don't know where to go. If you have that staff, if you are a shepherd, and you are standing upright and know where to go, just lead. Just go. They'll end up figuring it out. Pick yourself up. Get yourself together. Clean yourself up. Live at a new standard. Live at a higher quality for yourself. Don't tolerate bullshit. Don't tolerate people who don't understand you and who don't fuck with you. I chose to rather be completely alone rather than continue to deal with people who don't understand me, who don't love me. I chose to be completely alone. And then I found love. Found love. Love.
Love. Love. Isn't that how all cults start out? Innocent. We're forming a family together. It's all about love. And then in the end, we see something crazy happen. So all this stuff he's saying right now, he's a person that he opens portals. He deals with the dark, and he tells you to embrace the dark. He invites demons into his life. He does rituals. He's into magic. There's nothing loving about him or anything that he's about to do. And I hope, and this is what I'm worried about, I hope that people don't get misled again. I hope that they don't fall for the same crap again. Let's finish listen to what he has to say.
So no way. Like, I'm slick like saying I'm a king. I'm slick like, yeah, I'm a king. I'm sovereign. I'm secure of my own soul. Yep. Nah, nigga, I'm the chief of carbonation. I am the leader of the spiritual community into the ascension of the golden age. I came in a transition with a special code, a special program, a special mission, a special knowing, a special channel. And I will affect who I affect. I don't need to affect everybody. I don't even care to know who I affect. I just know I need to affect you, whoever you are. Whoever I connect to, whoever you are, I'm here for you. I'm here there. I'm here for us. I'm here for the people. But I had to be there for myself because y'all ain't going to do that first. Y'all ain't going to be there for me. I'm going to be a living testament of the knowledge. Y'all going to watch me evolve. You're going to watch me grow. You're going to watch me find love. You're going to find me redeem myself 100% on my path of soul redemption. Sovereignty in all dimensions. You don't believe me now? Let your knowledge take you to its wisdom. Let your knowledge take you to its wisdom. And let mine take me to mine. Okay, this isn't even my knowledge. I just figure this shit out and understand patterns in a way to where I put it together in a format using my Jupiter 6th house energy schedule, a study, a way for you to learn. Jupiter Sagittarius 6th house. My Earth sign is Jupiter Sagittarius 6th house. My Earth sign is Sagittarius 6th house. My Jupiter is Sagittarius 6th house. The galactic center is Jupiter 6th house.
Amen, amen, and amen.
Galactic center is basically like a super Jupiter. So it's like booming where it comes to teaching, health, details. That is 9 and 6. 9 and 6. Gemini, 12th house, 3 and 12, 33, 33. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Peace to the gods. 3, 6, 9. Peace to the gods. I love myself. I'm the chief of carbonation. And if anybody was really carbonation, you'd still be doing it. If anybody was really about the knowledge, you'd still be doing it. If you really wasn't just there for no bullshit, you would be doing it still. 3, 6, 9. Peace to the gods. Cell, self, astral body, celestial. Amaru Khan. It's in my blood. I just remember. They're my ancestors. I just remember. It's in my blood. Amaru Khan. Solar Amor Ray. That's my name. Chief of Carbonation. That's my reign.
Look, I got news for Nature Boy 2.0. I got news for him. I don't believe, and I got to think on this, and I got to pray on this, because I don't believe Solar even has this high-ranking demon. And if he don't have this high-ranking demon, Velvet's not going to be with him. She's not. And not unless he's doing, I mean, he's been into these rituals, so I don't know what kind of demons he's calling in. And unless he's doing something behind the scenes, he's not gonna be he's not gonna be full-fledged chief of carbonation. And if you look at him right now, he's under demonic possession by a low-ranking demon. But when you look at him and you look at Nature Boy, you can see the pure evil in Nature Boy. We don't see that with Solar just yet. I don't feel that with Solar just yet. So either he's not fully done what he's got to do, or he's got an agenda, like you guys are saying, to pay Nature Boy back. Because he even said, again, he took my daughter, he took my family. So that they always tell on themselves. Now, when you start seeing Solar and you get that same sick feeling you got with Nature Boy, then you know it's full-fledged. Right now, he's trying, but I don't think that he's going to be able to take over. I don't think he's going to be able to take over, but he's going to try. He's not going to be able to keep any of the high-ranking queens, and that would be Natiri, and that would be Velvet. They're not going to be with him because they're below them. They have their self at such high standards that they cannot see Solar like that, not unless he's done something. And if they've been working behind the scenes and doing all these rituals and stuff, it could be possible that it's coming. So I don't know. We just need to keep an eye on it.
The knowledge was always true, so things should still be the same. The way we were living was crippled and wrong and out of the knowledge. That shit was lame. I'm taking this
that's
for
true,
real.
daughter,
It's not for
Zion.
fame or gain. I'm Neo in the Matrix, showing you that you're the same in this game. I don't know how.
Velvet will be the leader if they are together. Exactly. This is what Solar if he's not, if his agenda is to get back at Nature Boy, then Velvet also has an agenda. She's using Solar in the same way to try to get everything back together. She wants back in nature so bad. She wants people worshiping her so bad. And even when she was with Nature Boy, this is why they couldn't get along. This is why they were fist fighting, because when you have two high ranking demons going at it and trying to be the head honcho, they're going to get physical. And oftentimes you'll see them go even into death. They'll fight to the death. And so, yeah, I think she's using him, and I think he's using her, because Solar is going to end up as a servant again. And Velvet, she's dying for this. She is dying to get back. She wants somebody taking care of her kids. She wants to be worshipped. It's driving her crazy. If you look at her face when one of her kids start crying, you can tell it's just eating at her. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe, I mean, would those kids be safer back in this cult, or where somebody else is watching them, or I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. But I do know that she's not wanting that responsibility. So I'm afraid with her. I'm afraid with them with this thing here. So I don't know.
How this is gonna go. This is all I know. I'm gonna keep the knowledge. So carbonation is gonna continue to grow. I'm calling community leaders. Whether you come together now or later. Show yourself. If you just another hater. I'm gonna see you later. Don't get ate up by the alligator. We greater than, and we came to win. If it's a spiritual war, it's a spiritual war. At least I know it's us versus them.
Oh, Lord. God help them.
Organic, non-GMO dragon fruit. Love y'all, man. Stay focused and pay attention. I have 2 phones. If you're somebody who should have my personal number, make it be known. Hit me up. Anybody else? My other number is out there. You can reach it in various ways. My posts are on my page. What's pinned is pinned. I'm going to post something else at the end.
All right. So that's the end of his video. And yeah, like I said, we're going to have to pay very close attention to him and see where this thing goes. We're going to have to pay attention to his personality. If it starts to change over time, I mean, we've seen even Nature Boy, he started changing even for the worse, especially when Natiri got there and she was teaching them how to do the rituals and how to open portals. They learned how to do all of that. And so it's even worse now. Let's see. So Decoya says, and there was this video where she accidentally threw up the 3 symbol and everyone thought it was accidental, but I don't think it was. No, that's not accidental. This girl has never been for Christ. She was lying to everybody. She was deceiving everybody. These false prophets. And she's getting this habit now where she's calling Nature Boy a false prophet. Like that's becoming one of her favorite words now. I don't know. Is she watching this channel? I'm thinking that she is because I know Nateri does. I knew that Nature Boy did. And if she's watching it, she knows what we're about over here. And she knows that we've been calling her a false prophet as well. And there's many of them out there. Let's see. They will make Ellie's absence look like an accident. And you know something? And this is what's been getting me, okay? And I was going to do a video on this. And sometimes I have to really watch how I word things and things that I say, because I know that if I go in too deep on her, I'm just a hater. But we've noticed that she's not been letting Ellie in front of the camera lately. And she says it's because she's doing it for her own good. She's trying to teach her something. I don't think that's what it is. I think she doesn't want baby Ellie to get any attention at all. She wants it all on herself. And she had stated one time that, and she looked like really annoyed by it too. People in the comment section were saying, and this was right before Velvet made the choice to not let baby Ellie on camera anymore. And she was like, yeah, I know you guys just love baby Ellie too. And she kind of rolled her eyes. And but I'm not sure so much about rolling the eyes, but she just, you could tell it didn't sit well with her. Let's see. Right, it says the first time I made Instagram, I looked for their live and Nature Boy ways and told her to throw up that symbol. Yeah, that's something that they have to do. These people, false prophets, are nothing more than puppets that have been how do I say this? And many of these guys were into voodoo. They were into devil worshiping. They were into Ouija board. Somehow they've opened the door before they went into carbonation and got with Nature Boy. They were already had demons attached to them. And so these people, they have handlers. And we've seen what happened with Nature Boy. Nature Boy wasn't behaving, and God was getting sick of him because you don't play with God. And so we've seen what happened with Nature Boy. And so these guys are nothing more than a plant, and they're planted to deceive you. They're soul suckers, soul snatchers. Even Nature Boy admitted to that. He said, I'm here I'm a soul snatcher. These are false prophets, and they're here to mislead you. And if you look in the Bible even tells you that here in these end times, that these false prophets are full of demons that are here to tickle your ear, to trick you, to deceive you. And I believe the Bible. I believe the word of the Lord. And so Daughter of Zion says, yes, they have demons. They need to repent and turn to the real Jesus. And that's true. But the thing is that God gives you free will. He gives you a free will, and he lets you make your own choice. And we can pray and pray and pray for them all we can. But if at the end of the day, it's their choice. And they're purposely choosing to keep these demons attached to them. And it's sad because there's so many people. We've seen how many people that Nature Boy tricked and how many people he misled and led to hell. And because they're still following after him, they're still following after this self-worship. Daughter of Zion says that she lost her husband to a cult. And she says, God set me free. See, that's what we have to just hope and pray for them. We just have to pray and just, pray for them that their eyes are open, that the Lord somehow opens their eyes. And the only other thing that we really can do is just, and this is if you just don't get blocked, because a lot of people get blocked if you say anything that they don't like or disagree with, and like I said, all we can do is just plant seeds, a little seed here, a little seed there. And that's about it. We can't force them, but we can warn others to be, very cautious about these false prophets. Kenya says, Velvet is very manipulative. Her moves are very calculated. It's all about getting donations. Yeah, it's all about getting donations and misleading you to hell. She has a job to do, just like Nature Boy. Many people warned my husband too. He chose to worship this man, and now his life went down to the pit. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. So were you able to get out before he did, or did he go into it without you? Let me see if there's any other comments. Troy says, in addition to putting chiefess of carbonation, she's also got a dragon next to it. Yep, I believe it. This is why I always bring up Solar. I always bring up Natiri. I always bring up Velvet, because these are the three that have, and not so much Solar, but Solar has been making moves into trying to start his own cult. And so this is why I've been watching him. But I've also been watching Natiri and Velvet, because the other ones, I don't even know. I hope that they wake up, but until they stop playing Nature Boy's mouth in the background, I don't think they're going to ever wake up, because they're constantly being indoctrinated into, they're listening to his voice in the background. And it's going to have to be one of those things, they're just going to have to snap out of it. And even if they do snap out of it, we've seen what happens to them when they leave. They're not okay. They're never okay when they leave. They won't go get the help they need, for one. Is that, yeah, okay, I was waiting on you. Read your comments on the video of her. I said this. Yes, I was telling people earlier in the video that I wish you would come up, because you have been saying this. You've been warning about this, that Solar is going to try to get Velvet back as a, or not back, but as a queen, to pay back Nature Boy. So can you tell us what that's about? Because it seems like everything you're saying is coming true. I thought it was just going to be Solar trying to start his own little thing, but no. Obviously, Velvet and him's been working at this for a little while now. in my opinion. I think they've been working at it for a little while. And Redbone, she's been saying this for a long time now, since almost Nature Boy got arrested. So if my voice is weird and if I'm out of breath, I'm sick. I'm sorry. I've been getting sick a lot here lately. I don't know why. I guess I just need to take my vitamin C. Yeah, it's very spiritual. Very. And we heard what Velvet, she's not here to play either. She's already warned us. You don't mess with me. You don't come at me because you don't know who can get you in the spirit world, you know? So yeah, I took that as a threat. And I think we should all be very careful when we approach, you know, if you ever go on any of their pages, be very careful what you say. Because if that demon inside of them feels threatened, they're going to come at you in the spirit. Okay, let me see. I'm so glad you came on tonight. Okay, we're going to bring Redbone up, and she's going to explain what she has been saying. And I've been reading that in the comment, and I kept thinking, like, how could that work? Like, would he actually do that? And yeah, it looks like he is actually doing that. So let me mute that. In fact, I'm going to remove it so I can bring you up. Okay, I dropped the link if you want to come up. That's right, but they can make your life. Christians, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna be tempted, but that's why God says endure to the end. Okay, Redbone, I am going to mute myself, and you can say what you've been saying.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me good?
Yes.
Okay. But even in the cult, Velvet been running that cult the whole time. Everybody thought it was Nature Boy. Everybody thought Nature Boy was doing all these wicked things and doing all these evil things. But in reality, it's been Velvet the whole time, you know. And remember, Solar said he was really the chief, remember?
Yes.
Okay. So if you sit back and put the puzzles together, okay, Velvet kept leaving. They was fussing and fighting. And remember, Nature Boy kept accusing her of true,
Mm-hmm.
but it really wasn't true. It was Solar
Mm.
the whole time.
So
So,
how do you know it was solar? Did you find out somehow?
I
Because I
watched,
assumed it
you
was
know.
true too. Yeah, you're like me.
Mm-hmm.
Put the puzzle pieces together, but there's some things a lot of things I miss out on, and that's why you guys are always here to like tell me like, no, this is what really happened. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so wow.
And
But then
and then
you said then okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish the story.
and remember, Solar kept saying Nature Boy owed him a daughter.
Yeah.
Remember?
hmm He just said in this video again. He well not is that exact words, but he said that Nature Boy took his family,
Mm-hmm.
and that's before he mentioned Velvet. I think I have to go back and
That's
listen.
correct.
Okay.
And with him saying Nature Boy owe me, Nature Boy owe me.
Mm-hmm.
And when he made that comment about, oh, y'all know, Princess is really my goddaughter, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Princess your goddaughter. And every time in them videos, Solar always had Princess in his arms in the
Mm-hmm.
different videos, right?
Yeah.
And when he said Nature Boy owe me a daughter, I was like, oh wow, this dude finna work his way to Velvet,
Mm-hmm.
and him and Velvet finna connect
See, I didn't
so
connect
he can
that.
get close to Princess,
Yep.
right?
And you've been
Cause
saying that.
that's right. And remember Velvet when she making videos, she's like, "Oh, I'm the queen, and I
Mm-hmm.
need to be treated like a queen," and she kept stressing that. And so I'm like,
Yep.
okay, check this out. Velvet played the people that she knew which was Nature Boy, didn't like Nature Boy for the
Mm-hmm.
money. So she was getting the money on the people's side that didn't like Nature Boy. Nature Boy was getting the money from the people's side that loved him.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Whoa, she thinks she's slick,
Mm-hmm.
right?" So she playing like, "Oh, she's a Christian. She's a Christian." I'm like, Velvet ain't no Christian because Velvet is more wickeder than Nature Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody think it's Nature Boy, the wicked one, but it's really Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her eyes. When you look at my grandmother always taught us, I always look at the eyes of a person and they
Yeah.
will tell you the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh
when
yeah.
she end up getting pregnant with the second baby, she really didn't want that baby because the baby would get in the way of her plans,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she
Yeah.
end up having Aviana and stuff. And then you start seeing her go back to how she was with Eliana. She treated Eliana real bad. With people
Mm-hmm.
thinking she loved her daughter, but she treated her real bad because she didn't like the daddy.
Right. And she's jealous of her. She's
That's
jealous
correct.
of her. Baby
Very.
Eliana is getting too much attention, and that's why she's not even letting
Mm-hmm.
her on camera anymore. She won't even let her be
Mm-hmm.
on the camera, which I understand, but not for that
Mm-hmm.
reason. Not because you think that she's going to steal your spotlight. And that's
Mm-hmm.
that's what she thinks. She thinks that baby Eliana is going to steal her spotlight,
That's correct.
and that's sad. That's her
And
baby.
it's even like Ava the same way. It was the same step. She started doing evil stuff to Ava, and that baby was hollering in the background and
Mm-hmm.
always crying and crying in that background.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing wicked stuff to her then, starting it with
Still
Ava.
is. Still
Same
is though.
pattern.
We still hear like
That's correct.
crying a lot. Every
And
video.
remember, yeah, and remember, Ava used to be in the videos with her. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you see Ava in the videos either?
No, but
No.
she'll put up because it's her birthday. She put up a little something because I think she's
Of
won the
course, Cash
donations
App.
from it. Yeah,
Cash App.
she wants the donations for her baby, which that's
That.
good and fine if people want to send the kids things. I would highly
Mm-hmm.
not give anything to her because it's not going for anything
Mm-mm.
good. She's
Mm-mm.
not working to support herself, and I
Mm-mm.
think if you're working and you're supporting yourself, then yeah, if somebody needs that
Mm-hmm.
extra push, heck yeah, I'll help them out. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just talked to too many people that has been that she's taken their money, hasn't sent products, and it's
Yep,
just. But did you want to finish the story? Because you have been saying all along that Solar is going to do this.
that's correct. And so what he did with Neytiri was he was trying to fulfill the the call what Nature Boy said, get close to her to change her
Mhm.
mind. So that was the only reason why he used Natiri. And he also used Natiri to get close to Velvet
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
he knew her and
They were
Velvet was
talking.
talking.
Now, do
That's
you
correct.
think that he will? Do you think he'll ask Natiri to come back just so he can have more members, and then like, because I can foresee the Natiri like her, because she's like kind of like Velvet. She's prideful.
Hmm.
She can't stand anybody
Hmm.
having her man. She's gonna go there, in my opinion.
But
What do you think?
this, I think, uh, with Solar, he is a mini Nature Boy, right? And
Yeah.
remember, Nature Boy had Velvet and Malia.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was to get Natiri, she'll be Malia and Velvet to be Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then this drama is going to start all over again.
All over again. That's right.
And he's using this, oh, love, I'm all about love, but like I said, this is how all cults get started. They start
Hmm.
out slow, and it's all about the community and bringing people, family together, dividing you from your, and we can see already the Velvet, and this is just my opinion, but this is what I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, but I'm seeing that Velvet's already having some issues with her mom. She's
Hmm.
already speaking out against her again. And so
Hmm.
this is how it starts, the division of family. You're away,
Hmm.
you try to divide yourself from your family. So yeah, something is going on here. Definitely going on. And I don't think anything like, I agree with Daughter of Zion. Nothing good is going to come out of this thing. Nothing.
No, but Velvet gonna end up getting pregnant from Solar.
Yeah, and she's getting her wish. She's been wanting back in nature. She's been
Hmm.
talking about this, and I bet since she's been talking about this, how long has it been now? I bet you that's how long her and Solar has been talking.
That's right. Because Naturi said that he'd be on the phone with Velvet 3 o'clock
Hmm.
in the morning.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and we
saying?
thought
And
it
they
was
plan.
over Azoka.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and I thought it was over
Nope.
Azoka too.
That was the cover up of, but it was really Velvet the whole time.
It could have been both
And
of them.
Velvet was saying that, oh, I want to go back to nature and all that because
Hmm.
her and Solar probably going to Mexico, back to Mexico.
Yeah. Solar said that he's coming back to California. Has he? I wonder if he has come back yet.
I think Solar is at Velvet House.
Mm, that could be.
Cause listen to his background. His
Oh, is it the
kids, you can hear
noise?
kids.
Yeah. And can we need to replay this video. Can we hear like a beep going off? I couldn't tell. Did anybody hear like a fire, like a beep, like when your what do you call that? Your fire alarm, the battery's bad in it, how it beeps. Velvet has that in her background in every one of her videos. So I'm gonna have to play that back later and see. Then we'll know. But yeah, we can hear kids. Do they sound like Velvet's kids? Or, well, yeah, but he was speaking in Spanish to them though. So yeah, he could possibly. Are you there, Red? Oh, she left. If you want to come back up, I can send the link again. But he was speaking Spanish, so that's true. That's true, daughter Zion. Uh, she said checkmate mate under her in Solar's video, but she doesn't even realize she just made the dumbest move in history. Yep. And Solar can say all he wants. Everybody is going to be their own person and blah, blah, blah. You don't even have to come to me. That's not, we're going to see a whole, they're all going to come back together, I think. And I could be wrong, but it's just something we're going to have to watch and see what happens. Now, as far as Aaron and Kendra, I don't know. I don't see them putting themselves in that like situation again with Baby Jaw, but I could be wrong. But it's just something we'll have to wait and see. But we're gonna have to keep a close eye on Solar, on his personality, see how he makes some changes and what happens. So if there is there anybody else that wants to come up? And I have to know you if you come up because we all know what happened last time. Trying to find some more comments. So yeah, I totally agree with Redbone. I think that Velvet is gonna take over. She's using Solar to gather everybody together. Okay, you back?
Yeah, my internet went out.
It could be the weather. I'm having really bad weather here where I'm at. It's really cold. Okay, so did you want to finish what you were saying? I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Okay, where did I stop at?
I can't remember. I think I interrupted you.
Well, like I said, um, with Velvet, the way she was talking, go back, look at her videos of how she talking and realize how her talk changed. Remember, she was doing Bible study and, talking about God and this and God and that. You know what I'm saying? To
She
now,
was
she
never
don't
for
even do
God.
that. No, no.
Because for her to have went from that to what she's doing now, right now she mocks God. She mocks Christians. She makes fun of us. And she don't care. She'll make fun of us. And she does it
And
again in
remember,
this
she
video
did
I'm
it.
getting ready to upload.
And remember the video, she was talking about her dad and crying and all that. How you gonna be crying 1 minute and you just change all of a sudden? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
a whole different program, like for real.
And that's what
She
I was
do
saying.
things for the money.
When she first made that video, the very first one where she was crying and she was after God now and she's repented. I knew then. I had a sick feeling then. I kept telling everybody, when you have a high ranking demon inside of you, it doesn't just it's hard to get rid of that. It's hard as
That's
heck
right.
to get rid of. And then finally, I was like, okay, because everybody was getting on to me because they thought that I was just didn't like her. And it's the exact opposite. I care about
Nope.
her. I want her to see, I would love to see her go to heaven. But the thing
But
is that I knew she wasn't telling the truth, but then I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And I said, I'm going to give
Mm-mm.
her a chance. I'm just going to watch her. And I'm going to
See,
watch her. And
you can't play with demons. You
no.
can't. And when you right, you know you right. Just like with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm reading people comments and stuff. It was like, oh, this channel is against her, and she got her followers following her to go against Velvet. And I was like,
No.
this has got to be Velvet. I said, this got to be Velvet.
Yeah,
Cause
she
ain't
sends her
no
minions
way.
over. And she comes over. And she comes over.
That's correct. I said, first of all, ain't nobody against nothing. When
Yeah,
you love God, you love everybody, even in the
exactly.
midst of their wrong.
You don't like that
And
demon
you,
in them, but you care about
that's
the human. You care about the
that's
human,
correct.
and you want the best
Mhm,
for them.
mhm. But see, I watched, like I said, them eyes and her eyes crossing. Look at these videos now. The eyes crossing and the eyes doing all kinds of stuff. I'm like, whoa, that
I can't
demon
talk
getting
about that.
stronger and stronger.
I
You
can't talk
feel
about
me?
that.
For real.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? I'm like, what the world?
You're
I'm
saying
like,
that, not me. Not me.
honey, and I stream it from the mountaintop. Then I said, oh man, that video. I said, Velvet better be careful. She better run to therapy. I said, it
That's
took
right.
me, I was 40 years old for me to realize the reason I keep going through these relationships is because I got to be delivered.
Mm-hmm.
And in order
Absolutely.
to be delivered, because that demon gonna jump from body to body to
Mm-hmm.
body, right?
Yep. Nature Boy wasn't lying
And
about that.
that's
We heard
correct.
him
And
say it.
that's right. And Nature Boy as well also told us that she was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he got flaws and he got wrongs, some things he was speaking was right and on
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I can say about Nature Boy. And even though and sometimes I'm telling you, I can see Satan right in him.
Hmm.
I can see it. But then as soon as you would see it, it's like it would disappear and he would come
Disappear.
back to
Yep.
himself. And, and, but one thing, he as evil as he is, he'll tell you the truth about his evil. He'll tell
That's
you the
right.
truth. He'll say, I am
That's
a
right.
false prophet. I am here to lead you to
Hmm.
hell. I'm a soul sucker. And,
Hmm.
but
And see, Nature Boy also told us that Velvet is the reflection of him.
mm-hmm,
Because
yep,
remember that video they made, and she had them things sticking out her head, and he asked, "So, what what would you like?" And she was like, "Your anything you like," or something
Lord.
like that. And I'm like,
Right.
"Whoa." Everybody thinking Nature Boy running the coat, and it's her.
Yeah.
It's her beating these people. It's her putting these people in the corner and doing all these wicked things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yep.
like, whoa,
Now he had his hand in it too, but Velvet, she
yes.
was right equal with him. And if you notice,
Mm-hmm.
this is why they couldn't get along because they were trying to outdo each other. They were not.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be. She even admitted herself. She wanted to have more to do. She wanted to take over some things, and he wouldn't let her. And so then they would go
Mm-hmm.
back and forth because they can't, two high ranking demons cannot stand each other for too long
Mm-hmm.
because they
They
want to
gonna fight.
outdo each other. Yeah, they're going to fight. And that's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, and she'll come on and she'll give her sad story. And there's a whole lot of people out there that are being done that way. and I can't say the word, but they gave each other exactly what they got. I'm
Yep.
telling you, she ain't no little thing that can't fight. She's gonna knock his head off. She'll pick something up and lay him down with it. She don't care.
That's right. You
And so,
remember that fight with her and Malia?
mm-hmm,
And remember that demon was talking through her after that fight, remember?
mm-hmm, yep. What was it
And
saying?
he,
You're gonna listen, or you're gonna respect me now, or something like that. But
mm,
it was
yep.
weird the way she was saying it. Like
Hmm.
you could see that demon in her.
You. She said you a little soul or something, baby soul.
Mm-hmm.
What? So who was
Low
you?
rank.
You
I
were,
call them low ranking demons.
yeah.
And she is a high ranking demon. Nature Boy is a high ranking demon, and I do believe
Hmm.
that Natiri has that in her. I see this.
Yes, yes,
I'm telling you, but I was
yes.
telling everybody here, I don't see that in Solar yet. That's why I'm saying
Please.
that
He
Solar,
worse. He worse.
well, but he don't have that high ranking demon in him yet. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing the
Hmm.
rituals, but I don't see that evil. Like I don't see that in him just yet. He's evil,
See.
but I think he's got an agenda. I think he wants to use Velvet, but I think Velvet
Hmm.
knows that, and she wants to use him too because she can't ever
Hmm.
truly be with him because he's not. He don't have that high ranking demon in him.
Hmm. And she can control him. See, she couldn't control Nature Boy
Mm-hmm.
because Nature Boy demon was higher than hers. See,
Mm-hmm.
you can see Nature Boy demons going in and out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Nature Boy is within himself, he cares. He's sweet. He's nice. But when
Mm-hmm.
he got that demon inside him,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the voice changes,
Mm-hmm.
everything change.
Yep.
You know?
And I'll tell you something. God has spoke to me about him, and
Mm-hmm.
one way or the other. And I know people, and I've said this in another video, but God's got His eyes on him.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Mm-hmm.
much as Nature Boy has went against him, there's something about him. There's a little glitter of light, something in him the God sees. And
Mm-hmm.
he used to be a follower of Christ. And I didn't know that
Yes.
until I talked to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but something had happened that caused him
Mm-hmm.
to hate God so bad that it
Cause
caused so much hatred in him that caused like can you imagine having so much anger in you for something that happened to
mm-hmm.
you, and then like it fills your heart and your whole being up with anger, and it can bring in a demon, and I
And
believe that's what happened to him.
See with Nature Boy being molested, that's why he molest the girls from the back
Mm-hmm.
because that's how that demon enter in.
Mm-hmm.
And with him doing that and it happened young, the demon, the older you get, the older the demon get as well.
And well, I think that some of his handlers put it in him when he went to that
Hmm.
psych or mental
That's
hospital.
right. That's
And
and
I
that's why I
think
said
that's the
enter
moment it happened.
they enter from the back,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
A demon not gonna come straight forward with you head to head. It's gonna get you from the back. So that's why all them women over that quote, he would hit them from the back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And we seen what happened to Malia,
Hmm.
and he bragged about that. That's just
That's
sad.
right.
But
Hmm.
like there's just something like there's that little boy in him that used to follow after Christ that's still in him.
Hmm. Yes.
Every now and then
Yes.
it comes out. You can see it because
I
like that
think
time he was warning us. He was like, "Be stay in the house. Be careful. Don't
yes.
be going outside. There's demons jumping from person to person." And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you seen him snap out of it, and the demon came back.
See, it's like um I think if people would have came at Nature Boy with love,
Mm-hmm.
you can love the hell out of people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
See, but when you come at him and he feel he is being attacked, he's gonna attack back.
Yeah.
He never had nobody to come at him with love.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't know how to deal with that. So he would have like been like a child, sobbing, as a
Mm-hmm.
child. But
Yeah.
when you attack or you feel he feel like you're attacking him, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to get more stronger than you.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Because
And it's
my grand
it's
my
sad.
grand my grandma would say, when you love somebody, that you got to love them right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you have to love the hell out of people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's hard. It's fair. It's
Yes.
hard. When I first started doing these videos, I couldn't do it. I had the love in my heart, but I was angry. I started becoming angry because he would mock God, and he would like every time,
Mm-hmm.
especially every time I would make a video and I would call something out, he would do a video just to mock God, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you do that? Stop doing that. Do you know where you're headed? And he told me he knows where he's headed. He knows, but he's got a
Mm-hmm.
job to do. And that's
But
what's sad. Let
and the
that little
sad
boy
part
in you
about
come
it,
out and let yourself repent before it's too late. You're leading millions to probably hundreds, thousands to hell. Not millions,
mm-hmm.
probably,
Yeah.
but but a few thousand to hell. And there's
But
something
see,
that you could do to win them back to Christ.
he loved you, and he loved you because you called him out of his mess. He knew you knew who he really was and seen the little light that he
Hmm.
did have in him.
I didn't see
But
it. God
the
told me about
demon,
that light.
yeah, but the demon in him did not like you
Nope.
and try to. That's
Oh,
right, and try
mhm.
to
I
attack.
remember how many. So I'm glad you see that because I got so tired when he was out. I was
Mhm.
exhausted. I was like, every time he
Mhm.
would put out a video, I was like, there, put two more out to just debunk what he was saying. And
Yep.
like, I feel like I've taken a vacation since he's been arrested, honestly. I mean,
Look, I was in the comments trying to cheer you on, trying to cheer you on. Like, keep going, you keep going, just keep going,
it
just
would,
keep going.
and
It seems like
God
you're
showed
not
me up.
working, it's working.
uh,
Mhm.
and and God, I'm telling you, like I don't know, he's the one that shut me up because I was calling Nature Boy names. I was so mad, and
Mhm.
he said, he said, he said, I'm going to have him. I'm going to have, and sometimes and just like I was thinking, Lord, what do you want in him? You know,
Mhm.
do you
Mhm.
what do you see in him? And he showed
And
me.
that's
Listen
right.
to his
It,
voice. Listen. Do you know how many people he could lead to Christ with his voice
mhm.
if he would just repent
Yes.
and come back to him? They'll.
And
I
see
don't believe
that
she's ever been with Christ. She says she has been with
no.
Christ since she was young. No, she hadn't.
Mm-mm. She don't know
Mm-mm.
nothing about it.
No.
Because see, when Velvet was born, she was they lived by some type of creek.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of creek. And the type of stuff that was in that creek, she as a kid picked that up. That that oh, that It's it's demon like, and it grew and grew. Like I told you, a demon can launch onto you and grow as
Mm-hmm.
you grow older.
Yep.
And ever since she was at that creek or whatever, she been wicked ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
And
as a child.
yeah. And she said that. And see, that's why I don't know. Sometimes you can believe things she says, and sometimes you don't know what to believe when she says something.
Mm-mm.
But she said that her dad or her family, that when he appointed her queen, that when I'm getting ready to upload that video here in a little bit, but when he appointed her queen of the family, that he called,
Mm-hmm.
I guess she calls herself Blood Reina now, and that they would do rituals to thank the ancestors or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. How can your father rank you queen?
his queen,
Hello.
she said that he said that you're my that you're my queen.
Think about what you just said now.
Mm-hmm.
The only queen you can be is your husband's queen. You
I
can't
was
be your father's queen
right.
unless your father is entering into you. And remember,
I'm
Nature
confused
Boy
by
brought
it.
that up. Remember, Nature Boy brought that up when he came to Mexico and said Velvet told him that
Mm-hmm.
that happened.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
So once again, how so and then like it goes back to that creek. You've been
And
wicked since then. How can I cannot be my father's queen?
mm,
No, how? Unless we incest.
that's I can't I keep wrapping my mind around that, but I'm glad you said that because I was not even gonna even I was not about to be the
Mhm.
one to say anything. I was
No,
not.
I'm gonna say it because it's the truth. Because we as we use words, and the words we use, we have to be careful because
Mm-hmm.
you can give life and you can curse yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like a curse word, you're cursing yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful with the words that we say and use because you can give life and you can give a curse.
Well, let me ask you, going forward, okay,
Hmm.
and I'm sure God's going to lead me through this one too. But in your opinion, how do you think we need to approach this? If they all these guys become one big great cult again, how do we approach this? We
You
know
got
that
to
they're
knock
still
it.
full of demons. But do we love the person? Do we pray for the
Hmm.
person, even though they're full of demons,
Hmm.
leading people to hell?
Yes, you got to knock it back down like you knocked the first one down with prayer. You got to knock them down, you know,
Yeah,
because you trying to save souls. You ain't
yeah.
the ones that ain't trying to be saved. You can't save them. You got to let them drown.
And
But
that's
those
these
that
ones, like
that's
Velvet,
right.
like Nature Boy. You couldn't get
Hmm.
him to change, no matter what you did. You could beg and plead to him, and he still would say, "I got a job to do. I'm here to do a job, and I'm going to do it, and I know the consequences of doing this."
And they signed up for this.
And that's what kills me because I know that there's something higher up that has a hand in all this.
That's correct.
And these guys are just the puppets. They're the puppets for a bigger
Hmm.
agenda.
That's correct.
And I don't think that I don't even know if You know, when you're dealing with these elites, when you start speaking the truth, you turn to God, you're not going to last long. And I think that he
Mm-mm.
knows that. I think he knows
Mm-hmm.
that. But I think that him, out of all of them, has something in him that doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to do this.
No, he don't. That's what he said. You remember on one of his videos that he was doing the interview with the other guy. He was like, let me die. Remember, Nature Boy said that when that spirit released it out of him,
Mm-hmm.
and he went as a child and started crying, and Fufu sat on his lap. Did you see
It's
that?
crazy. Yeah, I
Remember that
remember
part?
that. Mm-hmm.
Fufu put her breast in his mouth.
It's
People missed
crazy.
it. I seen it. And then that's when he built back up to the demon.
It's crazy.
He was crying and weeping, put his head down on the desk, and he became childlike.
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I'm
something
saying?
that you do that it like you know how like when one of them gets out of hand, the
Mm-hmm.
handlers can do something to reel them back in. So
That's
that's
right. And
probably one of the things they do.
that's right. And that's Fufu and Aya. They're the
Mm-hmm.
handlers.
Yeah.
Remember, everywhere he went, they went there. See, people seen Nature Boy as a man and all that. I seen a demon, a big, huge demon, and it was not pretty at all. And sometimes it'll be him in the flesh, and sometimes that demon will creep out, and you can see it, and they have to like get in front of it, like they would try to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
I've made a video before because I could almost swear, okay, and I don't swear,
Hmm.
but it's like I do believe this that Satan hops in and out of these leaders. You know what he did
Yep.
with Hitler, what he did with some of the other world
Hmm.
leaders, what he's going to do with the Antichrist. He can hop in and
Hmm.
out of people. I believe he
Hmm.
hops in and out of Nature Boy. I've seen
They
Satan
shape
in him.
they shapeshifters.
I seen
All them
Satan.
people.
I seen Satan in him. I
Hmm.
heard Satan, and oh, I don't
That's
know.
right.
I seen
That
it.
that's right.
But how do you
And you
get
won't
delivered of
trick
this?
him.
You have to repent. You have to fall on your hands and knees, and you have to return to the Lord. You
Yes.
know, that's the only way you're going to be delivered.
Yes.
And it's
For
sad,
real.
and it's so
And
frustrating. How many times have we cried over them? How many times?
hmm.
Because
And
we've
see, let
seen
me tell
this.
and the sad part about it is they want our youth. They not studying
Mhm.
us because we older. They can't do nothing with us. But if they can get in the minds of our children,
Nature Boy said that. The demon in him said that we're here for your children.
hmm,
That's who we're here for. He said
that's
that.
correct.
Hmm. I did a video on that one too because he said, "I'm here for your kids."
Hmm.
So there's just so
That's
much
right.
evil. And if
And that's
people
why you
see
got to
what's
be.
going on with these guys, if they see the evil
Mm,
that's within them,
yes.
and they don't know that there's a God, and they don't get their life right, something is wrong. And it's not going to be easy
Yes.
for us in these end times. It's not. It's going to be hard.
Harder. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because it's moving faster. It's moving
Yes.
faster. And
And
the
the
sad part
deception is
about
getting
it, baby,
stronger.
and the sad part about it is this. We as parents got to get control of
Hmm.
these phones and this internet with our children.
Mm-hmm.
because you sit here and let your kids be on these watching these cartoons and with these messages in and then letting them be on the internet and all
Mm-hmm.
that. You cannot, because it's taking control of our families, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't even communicate no more
Because we took
because
God
they're
out.
too. That's right. And you too busy with your head down in your phone, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're not even communicating. You're communicating with your thumb instead of your words, and you're getting the emotions out of everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so these children don't even know how to communicate
Nope. Nope.
because
They act
time
out
is
name,
winding up
anger, and
fast.
yeah. All they
Yes.
need to do is take a look at the news, see what's going on.
Mm-mm.
And we're
Please.
they're been talking about the last temple. They are building the third temple. They've been talking about how the Jewish rabbis are speaking with
Yes.
the Messiah. Come on
Yes.
now, their Messiah is going to be our Antichrist,
That's
and
correct.
so we time is ticking. It's ticking, and if you're busy, God gave us this opportunity with that 19 thing. I am not going to say
Mm-hmm.
the word. He gave us the
Yeah.
opportunity then. And I made a video, another one on that one. That's God
That's
gave
right.
us that chance. He gave us that opportunity. And I hope you took advantage of it. I hope that you
Mm-hmm.
took that time that you were locked up in your house to come back to Him because
Yes.
everything was got so busy. And that
Yes.
thing, it was a blessing in disguise. It brought some
Yes.
people back to the Lord. It really did.
And and it's supposed to brought you closer together as a
To your
family
family.
unit,
Yes. Yep.
and let you know it's not the church or the four walls. It's in your heart. You got to
Yes.
know God for yourself
Mm-hmm.
before any man can preach to you or teach you. Because
Mm-hmm.
how do you know what they're speaking is the truth if you don't know the word for yourself? You
Exactly.
got to plant them seeds in your kids. So when you ain't
And you
around,
have
they
to
know in
test.
a time of trouble
Mm-hmm. And you
who to
need to
call on.
test. You need to test everything. Test it. Don't believe no man unless you do the
Mm-mm.
research first. And I tell people, I'm not your teacher. I ain't your preacher. And
Hmm.
whatever I say, I'm telling you out of the Bible. And this is
That's
when I'm
right.
talking about God. I'm not going to say something that's not out of the Bible. But how do you know that?
Hmm.
Go look.
That's
Go.
right.
It's up to you to make sure that
Hmm.
what I'm saying is in the Word. And I tell
That's
you,
right.
sometimes follow along with me. You know,
Hmm.
don't take my word for it. Don't take nobody's word for it at all.
But you see how, but you see how they cut it off where we couldn't go nowhere, not even to church.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was God letting you know then, church, you have it in your home.
Yep. Where two or more people gather, it's a church.
That's hello.
So I don't go
Mm,
to church. So I go to church sometimes,
hmm.
but
But
I
you go
have been
that
doing the online. I have an online pastor, so I go to
that's
his
right.
church,
But
and
see, let me
I
tell you
also do my
something.
own studying.
You when you go to church, you just go to fellowship with your sisters and brothers. You
Right.
don't go to find God, because God goes everywhere we go
And
within
many
your
of these
heart.
preachers, you have to be careful because, and I hate to say this, and that's why God says in the Bible there's a special place for the people who are claim to have, and they stand before Him and say, "But didn't I save so many people, bring so many people to you?" He's going to be like, "I didn't know you." There's a
I
special place
don't know
for
your
them,
voice.
right? There's a special place for them because they've misled people to hell, and
But
you have to watch these pastors because they're getting money to not preach
yeah,
the gospel. The
pulpit.
gospel.
They pulpit pimps.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be careful who you allow and touch you. Because how you
Right.
know that man is touching you of God? He could be
Hmm.
touching and fondling all over you and feeling all over you and got in the flesh.
Right. Exactly.
When people say, let me pray for you, no, you can't pray for me. Pray with me.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. I agree.
But
I
babe,
agree. I
it's
got
e- it's
goosebumps.
even it's even once this rise up, you're gonna push it right back down from where it came from.
Hmm.
For real. Cause it's coming fast.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's coming so fast into Miss Velvet ain't gonna know what hit him. Cause
Nope.
all he wants to do is get the close to your child,
Yep.
so he can do what he want to do. Cause remember,
This
the
is,
baby. Remember that baby supposed to got molested. Remember?
yeah.
Okay, that's all
And
I'ma say.
then we seen what happened with
Mhm.
somebody else bathing her.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
this is not, we are not here to bash her, but
No,
something's wrong with that. I mean, if somebody
that's
says
right.
that what we're saying is negative, then I ask somebody, what's positive? What is it that you want us to say that's positive? Okay, Velvet, you're a god. You're the most beautiful person in the world. You are the second coming, Jesus Christ. You are the second coming. You're here to save all humanity. Is that the positive thing they want us to say?
But you got to look at the walk of the person, honey. Ain't no person that's godly. First of all, a person of God gonna make sure their house is in order first
Mhm.
before they can go out and save humanity.
Right.
Like, come on.
And
When you
nobody
try
can
to give
save
us some,
humanity. Jesus Christ came to save humanity. Jesus
thank
Christ
you.
came, not a human
And
being.
and when you try to give advice, they don't take it.
Right.
They don't want to listen.
Yeah. We're just
Cause I
jealous.
don't jealous of what?
Velvet, we're jealous.
What does she have?
I
What does
don't
she?
know. She's a beautiful
Honey.
girl. She's a beautiful girl, I think, in my opinion. I think she's beautiful. I think that
Hmm.
if she would get the help she needs,
She would be even beautiful.
yes, inside and out. But she's not.
Hmm.
She's willingly choosing to stay on the dark path to
Yes.
hell. Okay, that's where she's heading. And
Hmm.
sometimes you have to be blunt. And people
That's
don't want
right.
you to be blunt. They don't want you to tell the truth. They want you to be
Truth hurts.
quiet. And I've tried to be quiet. And sometimes
Mm-mm.
you just can't. Sometimes you have to say something. And then whenever I stay silent so long, I have to say something. And then if somebody says something to me, I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. That's
That's yep.
whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Just don't say something bad about one of my subscribers and we'll be okay. Okay. And I
That's
know a lot
correct.
of them are Velvet's little minions, though.
Hmm. But the sad part about it is you give credit when credit is due, you know?
Mhm.
It's not like you try to take away from anybody's light. You know, the
Right.
truth hurts, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes the truth for you to get yourself together.
Hmm.
Like go ahead, get yourself together, repent and get some help, you
Right.
know, and find somebody that you can trust that's gonna lead you in a righteous way instead
Hmm.
of going back to these same demons that you claim you left.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I think there's nobody on this channel that wants anything bad for her. I think we all want
Mm-mm.
good for her. We want to see her. We want to
When?
see her really come to God, and not just fake it.
Yes,
Because I'm telling you,
yes,
God ain't gonna play with her. He's not gonna play with her. He'll do to her just what he did to Nature Boy. He'll do to
that's
Sarah,
correct.
and they better be careful. And I don't
Lock
know.
you up. Lock you right on up for messing with his
Or
children.
worse. Like what you said could happen
Mm-hmm.
to one of her children. How is she going to feel then? And people, everybody's going to come and say, "Oh well, I guess you were right. We should have talked to her and tried to warn her, or try
Mm-hmm.
to pray for her." But no, they come over here and insult us and say that
Mm-hmm.
we're just haters, and we're not. We
No,
see
we
what's
too
coming.
grown.
We see it.
We too grown to hate on
Mhm.
somebody that what?
Yeah.
Hate. Hate is not in our heart. Love
No.
and hate can't live in the same place.
Yep.
Like, come on now.
No, there's times we can get angry. We can
Mm-hmm.
not understand, and try to be like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
why won't they wake up? Why, and it just, but then that doesn't mean that we're jealous. That don't mean we hate.
No,
And even Velvet herself thinks that everybody is out to get her. They hate her. Nobody hates her.
no,
We
no. We
love
just
her.
want to see you heal
Yes.
completely, so
Mm-hmm.
you can be a better person for your
Yep.
children and yourself.
Yep. Because she goes from this one to that one, and then she swears that she's done with men, and she talks about men like she calls them names like I'm too good for you, so stop trying to message me. And I don't know how somebody could just sit on camera and just say, praise themselves to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's speaking to her followers, she has the camera face to where she's looking down at you. And I don't
Yep.
understand why people follow after her. They
Mm-mm.
need to be planting seeds with her. If they care about her, they're going to tell her the truth. You're a
That's
human
right.
being, Velvet. You're not this. Uh,
Special,
you're not God,
chosen one.
right?
You a special, chosen one.
Right. It's just unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid if you say anything. I don't know.
Yeah, because shoot, she cut her mama off for trying to tell her right. You know.
Yeah, and I think that that's because she knows she's getting ready to go back into this cult type thing. She's going to start cutting her family off again.
Hmm. And I think the reason why she where she is, so she'll be able to say, "Oh, I was closed in, away from everybody, and I think I'm ready."
Mm-hmm.
Because what
Yeah,
person wanna done been away from their family all this long time and
yeah,
years, and now you wanna move away from them?
yeah. It's
Like,
crazy. It's like she knew all along that she would eventually get back into another cult or her own cult
mm-hmm.
because,
But
like I said, she needs that worship and she needs her children to be taken care of. So
mm-hmm.
she's going to be back in another cult. She probably knew that. That's why she had them put her in Ohio. They had
Yep,
her so that she didn't have to get close with her family. She needs to stay divided from them so that they don't know her business.
yep,
And her mom probably is starting to figure it out. Well, she's talking about nature a lot here lately, and so she's probably confronted her about it. That's what I think. I think if I'm a mom, I'm
yeah,
going to confront you.
yeah,
Hey, what are you talking about? You've been talking a lot about nature. You want to go back into nature? You're some kind of goddess again, or you think you're a god? What's going
Mm-hmm.
on? And she probably is probably that's why, and I don't know, but this is what I'm thinking. That's why they're having issues now.
And see, that's her sister, which is the oldest girl.
Mm-hmm.
She said it. She said, y'all think y'all know her, but I know her, and she's evil.
Mm-hmm.
She called the police on the sister because the sister let her hold her dad's cowbell
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted her to feel, closeness. And when she got ready to leave, she tried to get it back from Velvet, and Velvet ended
Mm-hmm.
up calling the police on her,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
crazy. That's sneaky.
And she said she just as wicked as
Mm-hmm.
she was before she left the coast. She said it. And
She
that
was
was a
wicked.
family member.
They were all, I could tell you, I'm telling you, they were all affected with demons before they met up with Nature
Mm,
Boy because
that's
demons
right.
attract each other.
That's why they got connected. That's what
Mm-hmm.
their whole purpose was, to connect.
Yep. Yep. It's sad. And
Hmm
all we can do is just keep an eye on Solar, keep an eye on Velvet. And it says, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people were saying, well, why don't you talk about Malia? Why don't you talk about Aya? Why don't you talk about Zoka? Or because there's nothing we can do about them. We're continuing to pray for them, but
hmm
they have his voice in the background. Every time you
That's right.
listen to them, you hear his voice in the background. They're ready to
Lost.
die for that man at this point. If he goes,
They
they want to go.
lost.
Yeah,
Lost souls.
all we can do is continue to pray for him. And then, like I said, when they do leave the cult, they're not okay. They're still not okay. They're not getting the help
Hmm
they need.
The only one that seemed like they was trying to get the help
Troy,
is P- Pice. What's his name?
yeah, and
Hmm
Tori, how you say her name?
Yeah,
She's
Tori.
doing pretty good. And
Hmm
I'm hoping that Kendra and Aaron do good. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I'm still kind of
cause
watching them.
she said she's getting therapy as well. Hmm
Mhm. And that I'm so happy. It just when I've seen that they both left, I was so happy because I'm thinking,
Yes.
baby Jaw's never going to have to look at him again. Like he's never going to have to be
hmm
around that again. And so what do you think would happen if everybody joined back together with Solar and Velvet? Do you think that Aaron and Kendra go back
Mm-mm.
to them? Me
No,
either. I don't
no,
see
cause
it.
he said that because they asked him, are you gonna connect with Solar? And he was like, no, I
No,
will not connect with that clown.
yeah, he said that he needs to, that everybody needs time to heal. They need time, they need to be alone. That's why he's not back with Kendra right now. He wants
Mm-hmm.
her to heal. He wants her to be okay. And I think he's doing the best thing for her. And then maybe later on
Mm-hmm.
they can work it out and get back together. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think that he needs to at least visit his son. I think he
Yeah,
needs, I'm hoping that he's doing video calls with him or something. I would imagine that they
yeah,
are.
she said that. Yeah, she said that. She said because Jai used to call her Sheba and True, and she
Mm-hmm.
said now he's saying mommy and dad, and he
Oh,
was like,
I
mommy,
love him.
I want to speak to my dad. I want to talk to my
Oh,
dad.
he's
Hmm
so cute. I don't care.
Yes, yes,
He's just
yes.
adorable.
She
Like,
said, and
and he's so
she
smart.
cause she told him to ask her questions and stuff, and they asked, "Is how is he coping with it?" She said, "Honey, that's less thing in his mind." She
Yeah.
said, She said she ain't even think about him. She said because when she used to play the videos, Ja would tell her, no, 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 like,
Oh,
turn it off, turn it off.
oh, he's so cute.
You know, out of the mouth of a babe, they gonna speak truth.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
I just love him. He's so
Like we
cute.
look, he said, or John telling her, I do not want to go to hell. No, no, no.
And people have been getting him toys, and he's just like loving
Yes.
it. And you can tell he's so humble. Like he is so humble. He
Mm-hmm.
appreciates everything. Like everything is.
Yes.
He's just so happy, and he's. I
And
don't
that's
know.
what she loved. And that's what
Yeah,
she loved too. You
yeah.
know, she's like, my baby is got a smile. Look at him. And he was in the background talking. And she was like, Ja, can you turn that down some? And he turned it down. And he asked, is that good enough? And
Oh,
she was like, yes, thank you. You know,
he's
and
so
she's
sweet.
come a lot. But the good thing about her is her mom waited and prayed,
Mm-hmm.
and she said just one day she just went to the table and was like, Mom, I think I was brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
And she said her mom told her, yes, baby, you was. I was just trying to wait till you realized it. And
Right.
she was like, well, I do. And she said, well, her mom had already had the therapy and everything set up for her, you know,
See,
and
that's good because you
stuff.
know what? You would think, and it seems like she is the type too that was like, okay, I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to try to force her to do something I want her to do.
Mm-hmm.
She just was there and she was patient, and you could tell that.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell, and when Kendra said that about her mom, that's when I knew, yeah, she's going to be all right. She's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
And she
got the
said,
support she needs.
what made her feel so good, she said, when he called and she stood up to him.
Hmm.
I said, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for years she's never done that.
Mm-mm.
And with somebody like her, she went when she was like really young, but I still think she had
Yeah.
some demons attached to her. She's opened the door some at some point for him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I think you have to. I think it was the fact that she knew she had to get Jaw out of there in order to keep
Yeah.
him from being taken, and that
Yeah.
is what made her start thinking. You know, when
But
because
see,
she's
this is
not
what
letting them
she
leave
said.
them. She don't have to listen to
She
his
said,
mouth in the background.
what happened was, he called from jail and told her, um, he thinks her and Josh should leave. And she said that was the best thing he could have done. She
Hmm.
said, and she was so happy she got on the phone right then and called her mom, and her mama got her the first ticket out of there.
That's good. She probably had the.
Hmm.
She was waiting. She was like, okay,
Yep,
this is what we got going on, and when you're ready, I got everything set up.
that's right. That's exactly what
And
she
that's
said.
all you can
Exactly what
do.
happened.
You can't force them.
Hmm. Yeah, because they'll go back like Miss Velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Sorry. Tasha James says, may God protect everyone who reports on these demons. Velvet would do anything to be recognized.
Hmm.
Or title has blatant issues, and now this. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Tasha. It's
Hmm.
it's crazy what's going
And
on.
and let me tell you too, Sach. Um, I think the videos she was making, right?
Hmm.
Now, everybody was giving. Aaron and Kendra attention and, their videos and praising them,
Mm-hmm.
and then here she come with her mess coming, trying to bring the attention back on her, talking
Yeah.
about, oh, how she got to the code and all that. I said, ain't this something? You want to try to take their light, you know what I'm saying, and their
Mm-hmm.
attention away from them instead of sitting back, letting them have their time,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody gave you your time, and
Yeah.
stuff. And like you jealous in a jealous spirit,
I think
you know.
she's got a Jezebel spirit. Her and both Naturi,
Hmm.
they both have that Jezebel spirit about them. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
right.
So when this thing goes off, if they really all get back together, I can see Natiri going back just to cause some issues with Velvet. I don't know. I don't know how
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah,
And Velvet's probably gonna be like, take him. I don't like him anyway. I'm just here to
hmm,
be the queen bee,
yeah.
so I
Look,
can
when he
have somebody
knock
take
her
care of my
upside the
kids. Uh
look
huh.
when he knock her upside the head like nature boy.
Yeah. And he's about the half the size of him.
Uh-huh. That's right. Hmm.
I hope,
But y'all go
Tasha,
back.
let's pray they don't. But I have a sick feeling that they're all, and Solar kept saying, well, we don't know what's going to happen yet. You guys can stay there and stay where you're at. It's about being independent and loving yourself. It's all about love. No, it's not. This is another cult. It's going to start out slow. It's going to start out with love and family and blah, blah, blah. And then we were going to see if it leads to that, it's
Hmm.
not going to end well. It never does.
But see, nature boy called it. He called it out. He said,
Oh, yeah.
uh, Natiri and Solar are gonna start their own cult, but he didn't realize it won't Natiri. It's him and Velvet gonna start
Yeah.
their own cult.
Yeah, he knew what was going to happen. Like that demon inside of him was telling him, "You're going to
That's
jail."
right.
That's why he's going crazy there at the end. And then he was
Hmm.
talking about jail, like when he was in jail, he was telling
That's right.
stories. It's like he knew. He knew.
Kept talking about it.
Yeah,
He
and
talked
people kept
himself
warning him.
behind bars.
I was one of the ones warning him. I'm like, you better stop playing with God. Stop playing with
Hmm.
God. You know what you're doing. It's not something bad's going to happen. I didn't think he was going to go to
Hmm.
jail. I thought something really. I thought like Jim Jones situation. And I
Hmm.
still believe that. I believe if those women don't get away from him, if because he's probably putting stuff in their head like, okay, guys, I can't deal with too much more of this. I'm about to just do it. And then they came
Hmm.
on live the other day and was talking about it too. And it's like, okay, this is crazy.
But see, they that's what he was marking. He took the blueprint from it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's how he got the people. Because first it didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
It started out being something great.
About
That
love.
turned into that's right, and then it
Family.
turned into to that.
Hmm. And Solar, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game.
Hmm. That's right. Because he watched Nature Boy.
Yep.
He watched Nature Boy,
Yeah,
and
but this is
and
going to be
and
interesting.
Material and Material already said he had a in a corner and was knocking her head.
Hmm. Yep. It's crazy. And she was hitting him, threw soup on him or something. I,
Yep.
I don't know. It's like, I'm telling you, you can't, these demons ain't playing. You get them
Nope.
together, they're going to come at each other. They're
It's
going
going
to,
down.
yeah. And there was all about soul love this, soul love, like we're soulmates. Okay. Just try living together for a
Hmm.
while. And, without the cult and all that. Let's see where it goes. Let's see. And I knew it wasn't
Oh
going to work
yes.
out. I knew it wasn't going to last because it's not. God didn't bless that.
Hmm. And see, like I said, with Velvet and Solar, it ain't gonna last long as well
Hmm.
because Miss Velvet gonna end up pregnant. Cause Nature Boy done told her what you gonna do is go back and you're gonna become somebody's baby mama.
Hmm.
Cause ain't nobody gonna put up with you.
How do you think this is going to play out? Okay, because Nature Boy is probably freaking out right now. But how is this? I just thought about this.
Uh,
What if everybody goes and they're with Solar and or Velvet? Okay, Velvet. And
uh-huh.
what's he going to say? Because I don't see him staying in there too much longer. I honestly don't believe he's got it. I think that he's going to get time served. They may add a little
Uh-uh.
bit more time to it, but not much. But he's going to
They
get
fin-
time served. He's been there a while. And so when he gets
Nature
out,
Boy,
what's he going to
Nature
do?
Boy,
He's going to
he's
freak
not
out.
getting out. He's not getting out
You don't think
because
so? I
they
have a
don't.
feeling he is. I have a sick
I
feeling.
don't. He's not gonna get out because they got too much evidence. Because Nature Boy filmed everything, and they got hold to them disk drives and them phones and seen all that mess that he was doing. And them charges kept adding up and adding up and adding up. See, they don't need material no more because that charge ain't hitting on nothing. He got other charges that he gonna go down the road for a long time. Cause see, in
He's
Georgia, they
got the
don't play that
R.
mess.
That's what I heard. He's got the R. He's got the being held without, oh,
Will,
yeah. And then
kidnapping.
two, yeah. And then what is it? The two counts of the, the P.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
and that them and one charge a long hard hold 10 to 20 years,
yeah,
and they don't play in Georgia. I'm telling you now. I don't care if you spit on the sidewalk. You're going up the road. They not playing that.
that's what I heard. But I don't
I'm
know.
telling you. I'm telling you, it's not get out now. First of all, it's gonna take them about a year or 2 years to go to court.
Yeah, because they're still in discovery right now, and that
Hmm.
takes a while. I heard. I heard
Yeah,
that could
but
take a while.
he been indicted, and being indicted, you
Hmm.
already you gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. See, that's like this, and you don't want to say this, but it is like a soap opera. You're like,
Yeah.
this can't be real.
Hmm.
This cannot be
Like,
real.
and look, and people, and some people thinking that like this is not real, man. This is, and then you like this is real. It's
Hmm.
really demons like this, but this demon's so brave. He was videotaping.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
did not get caught,
He didn't
and
care.
he went to look, and he went to the right place, Georgia, where they don't play. They back in the old laws, honey, the old laws, and they do not play. Man, I remember my sister. She was with her friend, right, and
Hmm.
we all went out and we took the kids to get something to eat at McDonald's, and the kids were playing and stuff.
Hmm.
So her and her friend said, "Well, we're gonna run across the street to the mall, right?" So I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna watch the kids while y'all go across the street." So, girl, I looked around. It started getting dark. I'm like, where in the world they at? They just said they running across the street. They walked across the street to the mall. So I'm
Hmm.
like, what in the world they at? So the kids started getting sleepy. So I said, well, I'm gonna put them in the car so they can go to sleep. So we in the car, and I'm studying calling my sister phone. She not answering.
Hmm.
So the police come up and they call my name, and I'm like, how did I know my name? And he said, "Well, your sister told me your name, and because we got them, and they're going to jail." I said, "What?"
What?
Right? So I
For
said,
what?
now look, now my sister done flew way over from Germany here to visit.
Uh-huh.
Now you here visiting from Germany, okay? So my sister ended up calling me on the phone. I said, "What in the world going on?" And she was like, "Girl, I don't know what happened." She said, "All I know, I was in a dressing room, and obvious her friend girl were stealing,
Oh,
and they thought, look, and they thought my sister and her was in on it
oh
because
my
her friend
God.
girl was bringing her a different size, right?
Yeah.
Because she couldn't fit the size, so she told her friend girl to bring her another size. And obvious, the friend girls was stealing, and they thought my sister and her was in on it. So they took my sister to jail and her friend to jail. Okay. And I end up have to get my sister out of jail. And honey, she
And
had to
she
come
wasn't
back and
even
forth to court. The
uh
one stealing.
right. And so, okay, with that being said, that's a
Hmm.
good example. Why? I mean, they so far done some stuff, I'm sure.
Accessory to the crime. Accessory to the crime, honey.
A lot
Yep.
they're all hands are dirty. All of them.
Yes. So when Nature Boy starts singing, everybody going in slowly.
Wow.
hmm So when they
Oh,
start
I
giving,
never thought
putting
about
that
that.
time, when look, when they start throwing that time at him, he finna start singing like a bird.
You think he'll sing
But
on Velvet? Probably not, because
yep,
you think he would
yep,
though? Because he's the type of
yes,
person that he's like, she's got my kids.
he don't care about that. He don't
You
care
don't
about
think?
that because he told him, if I go down, you gonna go down
Oh
too.
yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
so, so,
This is
so,
crazy. We just have to watch and see how this thing ends.
hmm and
I
already
tell
he
you.
mad because she don't probably went and put statements on him too
Hmm.
because remember she had that restraining order on him, and he had end up in Ohio too.
Yeah.
hmm
Do you think they'll work like a deal out with him if he does do that? Or do
hmm
you think they'll
But
say, oh, well, you're the ringleader, you're the one we're after. So we're
thank you.
not
And
making a
see, you
deal.
got, but see, they already know that from the videos.
But if they
You
have the
know,
videos, exactly, they don't need his word for anything.
that's right.
We just need to
That's
know
correct.
everything they have. This is why we're in discovery. We need to figure out everything that the prosecutor has on him, and then we can go
hmm
from there. Once we figure it out, we can go from there. But there's maybe the ones they took wasn't nothing on them. Maybe there was, but then there's some people
Yeah,
that took off with some phones and some computers and stuff and hardware. So it's hard telling. It seems like if
because
they
see,
took off with some hardware, they're thinking, okay, well, we got the evidence on us and we left the cult, so they can't get me for nothing. So they're
see the
feeling confident that there's nothing that I don't know. I don't see
see
this is
Natiri
we
see
can sit
Natiri
here
said
and
Natiri
we can
said they don't even need me no more.
okay. So
Yep.
maybe she knows something that we don't know.
hmm She said they got enough evidence where they don't even need me no more.
Yeah.
So he had to be raping. He had to be raping all them.
Oh yeah. Now
hmm
I ask everybody that comes up, I'll ask you too, do you think that he did this particular crime?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, and the reason why is because Velvet even said it in one of her videos when she was sitting on that ground crying. Remember, she said he raped Zoka when she was pregnant, and and Zoka didn't want to do it. Hmm.
But how do you? But why would she go on the tea and say that they made love or whatever?
Because she just as crazy as the rest of them.
I know.
Crazy as the rest of them. Because, they confused. They don't know what love making from being raped. And then she explaining it to probably a friend. And they like, sweetie, that wasn't love making. That was rape.
Hmm.
You know? You know how we sitting around like girls, and you be like, "Girl, he did this to me, and he did that, and he did that," and I be like, "Man, that's not love making. He raped you," and then you
I
like, "Really?"
okay. And am I? Can I say this? Because I have been saying this. I said it before. I have already said this before. So can I say or uh who? Oh, I can't remember who told me.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if I can say this or not, but maybe I could let you guys go so you guys can go watch it. But I just
Okay,
got information from
okay.
somebody that the T has it from a good source that Velvet has been visiting Nature Boy in jail. And rumor has it that Velvet and Solar
Hmm.
are really talking about bringing carbonation back. I've been
Hmm.
saying that. I knew she was talking to Nature Boy. I just thought he was
I
calling
told you
her.
that.
Uh huh.
I told you
Yeah.
that because you got to realize this. Why she ain't divorced him? If I dislike a man and I don't want nothing to do with him and I'm done with him and so much this, the first thing I'ma do is make sure I get them divorce papers signed.
Mm hmm. Exactly. And she's obsessed over him. Just like Nateri is over Solar. She wants him back.
Yep,
She wants her
that's
life
right.
back, but she just wants him to stay away from the other women.
That's correct. That's it. That's the only thing that made her leave from the beginning. It
Yeah.
wasn't the mess he was doing and the beating up and all that.
Mhm. She was there for that. She liked it. She liked to hit
That's
him. He liked to
right.
hit her. They were both two toxic people being toxic
Hmm.
with each other. And
That's right.
she left because she could not stand for him to be with the other woman.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
That's correct.
But you guys want
Because
y'all want me to let you go so you can go watch the tea thing?
look at Solar never left carbonation. He never left carbonation. He only
Yeah.
went on that mission. Hmm. Yep.
Crazy.
Hmm.
So
Uh,
you've been saying
mm,
this all along. You've been saying this all along. And I just
I've been
kept trying to
telling them.
figure out. I never. I'd like it. I remember I would like it every time you would say it. But I
Hmm.
remember you specifically saying it because I remember like I would think about it for a long time after you would say it. And I'm like, what
Hmm.
is she talking about? I mean, but I thought that you meant that he was going to try to get at baby Eliana, like through like the spiritual, like where he's been doing the rituals and stuff. Like he would put some kind of sickness or something on her. I
Mm-mm.
never thought this was going to happen. I thought he was going to try to start his own tribe, but fail at it. But I never knew that this was going to happen.
Mm-mm.
Oh my.
Nope. Like
But
the
you're right.
the video that you made with her talking and crying about the daddy. You
Mm-hmm.
see the comment I made. I said Bella better be very careful and get help real fast.
Yeah.
Solar is after her. Mhm.
You've been saying that for a long time now.
Mhm. Told you.
But now I get what you were talking about. Now we get it.
Mhm. It's coming. It's coming to pass now.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
crazy. I don't I think that I could see Velvet trying to put something together with him just in order
Mhm.
for the resources and for because she thinks that maybe together they can make some more money in order to get back into
Nature
nature
boy.
and do what they need to
Mhm.
do. And she's not going to tolerate him too long because he's no, no, I don't see it happening. I don't see her being with
Mhm.
Solar for too long. Now, she may become
Mhm.
pregnant by him
Yep.
because she makes accidents all the time. Yeah, or not makes accidents
Mhm.
all the time, but she makes poor choices all the time that leads to her
That's right.
because we know that
In a
she's not going to want
situation.
a third baby. But the fact
Mhm.
is, she's not going to have nothing to do with him. He doesn't
Yep.
have what he's too low for her.
Mhm.
And that's just my thinking. But then she's going to keep him there, I think. But she's going to demote him maybe back down to a servant.
Mhm. Yep.
And she's going to get everything she wants. She's got people take care of her kids again. I don't know.
Because think about it. Remember, Nature Boy had everybody on the same level. Then he knocked them down slowly. Same with her.
Yeah.
Same with her. Same demon.
Yep.
Mhm.
Tiana B says, let's see, at this point, I think everyone may need to just stop reporting on them so they fade out. We are feeding them attention. That's why they are keeping this foolishness going. Well, part of that could be true, but I think part of it is that this thing isn't over yet. There's still a whole lot before there's an end to this thing.
Mhm.
And they're going to do what
That's
they're going
right.
to do, whether we're watching them or not. They're
That's
going to,
right.
I mean, Nature Boy was doing what he was doing before he even blew up on wherever he blew up on Instagram, Bigo, whatever it is.
Instagram. Mhm.
But and there needs to be more people out there with a voice that will speak up and say what these false prophets are up to.
That's
That's
right.
how you expose Satan.
And see, when God put you on a mission, you know, you gotta do what God say,
Yeah.
not what we want to.
Mm-hmm.
You're on assignment.
So many people have taken God out of just everything. And this
Mhm.
generation coming up now, they don't even, you say the word God and they're like, they think that you're talking about Zeus or you're talking about uh, some kind of Egyptian God or something. It's like, come on now.
Mhm.
So I don't know that it's scary the things that are coming and people just are not ready for it.
That's right. That is so
Yeah,
true.
that's true. I think Solar is going in. She says, I think they called this season Solar's Revenge. And I think that's Solar, that's like Redbone says, that's his intentions. But I think that demon that's within Velvet is stronger than what he has in him. And I don't think that he's gonna do what he thinks he's gonna do. He's gonna try. I think he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
try. He's gonna do what he needs to do to make it happen. It's just
Yep.
something that at this point it's gonna go anyway, and all we can do is watch and
And
find out
pray.
what happens and pray. Take it to God because
Yep. Watch and pray.
these people think that they're
Mm-hmm.
going to keep uh, leading people to hell, misleading people. They think they're going to keep sacrificing, or well, they're probably done that too, in my opinion. But they think that
Oh
they're going
yeah.
to continue to do the things that they're doing, and that the God is not going to come back. What are they going to do when God comes back? And they're like, dang, there is a God, and it's not me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Don't they think
They're
about
gonna be
that?
crying out. They're gonna be crying out and trying. God, this is me. And God said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know you. I ain't never heard your voice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. KT says, I wonder, oh, I can't, okay. I wonder what Malia is going to do when the new carbonation starts. Hmm. Probably nothing.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Gonna be the
Probably make a
servant.
video. She'll probably make a video saying that that they look like fools. That's what she calls them. You all look like fools in front of the public. And they do. Some of these ones that have just left the carbonation, they look absolutely crazy. They're out
Mm-hmm.
here worshiping and doing rituals, doing astrology, instead of just getting the help they need.
Yep.
They didn't leave the cult to get help or to get away from the brainwashing. They left to start their
Mm-hmm.
own thing, do their own thing, and have fun, which is something they haven't done for a while, but they needed to work on themselves first. We've seen them
That's
leave,
right.
and they're not any better. They're worse, and I think in some cases. And
And like I said, that it was only one that made sense, which was Pice telling
mhm,
folks they need to get therapy and stuff.
uh-huh, yeah, people in the comments every day are saying, "I hope they get therapy. I hope they get therapy." But you know what? Like I said, they come over from her team or her fans, and they get mad at that. They think it's negative. What's negative about it? There's nothing negative about it.
Because if they keep her sick and in the same mess, they'll have something to watch.
Yeah, but that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad what she does to them too, though.
Yep.
You know.
But that's what Nature Boy taught them to do, ain't it?
Yep.
Professional beggars.
Yeah, that's true. And it's I don't know. And then Terry comes along. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like it was Nateri that taught them how to up the portals and how to do these rituals. And
And it's open as well.
that little thing,
Hmm.
she's something else. She's got a little dark side to her too. But she don't have that high ranking
And
demon.
she got,
She's just
but
evil. That thing
but
in her is
but
evil.
hers is worse. You
It's,
know,
it's
like
anger.
far as being one of them women,
Mm-hmm.
because I seen her shape shift into something that was
Mm-hmm.
not cute. It was
She's
not cute.
it's anger. She has like a very and I think it stems from what happened to her when she first got there, what Nature Boy did to her.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
knowing that she fell in love with Solar, and he was supposed to, in her eyes, he's not a man. He wasn't there for
Mhm.
her. He just let it happen. He just stood there
Yeah.
and didn't say a word. And in her mind, she's probably thinking, well, and she probably would have went against Solar if he had said something, because she has to make it look good for Nature Boy. But she would have had respect
Mhm.
for him. She would have
That's
respected
right.
him. She has no respect for him. And I
That's
think he
right.
let her down so bad. And I think that she's really hurt. And out of that hurt came a lot of anger and bitterness. And then she
Mhm.
said the things that she said about her baby, and oh my goodness.
Yes.
And that was the demon right there talking. Well, I didn't want
That's
this
right.
baby anyway, or something. I can't remember everything she
Mhm.
said, but it was sad. Like I cried when I listened to that, because I thought, all this time you were
Wow.
trying to make us think that you felt bad because you lost the baby, but then it's like a video she was addressing to Solar, and like letting him know that I can't remember what she said, but it was pretty bad, and it was about
Mhm.
the baby.
Yep. I know what you're
No,
talking about.
that was a pure demon speaking through her.
That's right. Mhm. Because I told you he raped all of them,
Yeah,
and Solar didn't stop it.
no.
He let it happen.
And even if they weren't married when that happened, because that happened, I believe, right around the time she got there. But after they got
Mhm.
married, so many things happened that he could have stood up for her for, and he never did. He let her be passed back and forth. And what he did to her. It was horrible. It was pretty bad.
Mhm.
And it's hard telling, and it's the same thing with Nature Boy. It is hard telling how bad it really was, because
Yes.
the amount of anger that she has in her is something that it was pretty bad,
Mhm.
because something led up to her having that much anger. And so, yeah, but I love having you on here. Let's see what time we've been on here, 3 hours. I'm exhausted.
Yes. Go sleep good.
I know. Oh, I gotta get up early
Mhm.
though for work. uh,
Uh-oh. Get
I
your
know.
butt to bed. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too. But come back next time we go live. Come up. I love talking. I love
Okay.
talking to you. I love talking
I
to like.
know.
Oh, there's a few of y'all that we get together and we start laughing, and we just talk and
Mhm.
we lose track of time. It's fun.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
love connecting
So
with you
when you going
guys.
back live, the girl, I'll be running this channel. As soon as I get on YouTube, I check your name.
Well,
Be trying to catch her live.
I need to start like giving you guys note, like letting you know before, like
Yeah.
about an hour
Yeah.
before or 2 hours. But like tonight, there was no time. Like he just put this video out, and I'm like, oh no, you didn't, Solar. I was
That's
like,
right.
just wait till he's, just wait till they find out what's going on. Just wait. They're
Hmm.
gonna. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna blow out the water.
And then like something ding 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 went off in my head. Okay, red bone. She was saying this. She was, and then I was saying at the beginning of the video, I was like, "Where is she? I know she's usually here. She's not here.
Mm-hmm.
She's been saying this." So I'm so
Yeah,
glad
look, and I heard you calling.
I
I
know.
heard you calling. Look, I jumped on YouTube and I said, let me see what Sasha said.
I was talking about you. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Where's Redbone?"
Yep. And then
Oh
I seen you
goodness.
live. I said, what is her butt doing live this late? And clicked on. I couldn't even wait on that commercial.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All righty. Well, I will unless something else happens, Well, if somebody else puts up, like if Velvet does another video, I will definitely be a backup on here.
Oh, she will once she see yours, honey. She coming
This
back. She gonna
is
get
young and
us, honey.
restless. You know, Velvet. I'm telling you, and Nateri watches this channel too. I didn't care about Velvet watching the channel, but I'll tell you what, there's something just, I mean, whatever is in Nateri, it scares me. It scares me because there's just something there that is, it's bad.
Yeah, she need to be delivered. She need an
Yeah,
exorcism.
yeah.
Hmm.
And she got up there and was talking about, well, you say that I'm that I have a demon, or what I'm doing is tarot card reading as demon. Yeah, I said that, and I know she was referring to me, but
Hmm.
and then somebody put in the comments something about that when we went live one time and she was like dressed up like a pirate or something. And somebody said that she looks different. And I said, well, you know what she looks like to me? To me, she looks and sounds like Janet Jackson. Well, a couple days later on her page, she did a side by side with Janet Jackson. And I'm like, oh, that's confirmation. That is confirmation. And that scares me. It's like, come on, don't just stay away from my channel. It's like that's
Look,
what.
she be looking to say, "Oh, is Sasha praying for me still?"
Uh, yes, I'm going to continue to pray for her at a distance.
That's right.
At a
That's right.
distance.
Hmm.
But Tasha James says, may they all fail and fall on their faces. Yeah, we don't want them to. We don't want them to. Their evil to prosper. No.
Yeah, they need to fall on their faces and pray.
Uh, Chell says Sasha's been right, and Eligio told the truth about Velvet. Her father died chasing her for the shame on her anything to be with Eligio. Solar and the men are weak. Eligio was truthful about these women. Yeah, he was. He was very truthful about Natiri in the very last video. And in that very last video he did with Natiri, I knew something bad was going to come out of that because Natiri is not going to be humiliated by him. And he went overboard. Like they have like a history and they're like, well, back and forth, at each other for years. But that last video, he went overboard. He and
And
uh,
that woman told her. That woman told a nature boy that Natiri got a hidden agenda,
mhm,
and she is not good. Good news.
yeah. And there was something. Even
She
Malia,
warned her.
Malia never liked her.
Mm-mm.
She always knew that something was going to happen too, and he wouldn't listen to her.
Yep.
So I mean, what can you do? All you can do, like you said, pray for them. Because if
Yep.
they're willingly being sinful and willfully sinning in their sin, there's nothing we can do. They're making that choice to do that, but hopefully eventually they'll see the light. And you don't know what happened 20 years from now. 20
That's
years
true.
from now, they may look back. If we plant little seeds in them,
It's gonna grow.
maybe 20 years from now, they're going to look back and remember something that you said. And
Hmm.
that could be the one thing that turns them to God.
Yeah. And guess what
So,
that is? What I said, the magic word. You gotta love the hell out of them.
right. And, and that is sometimes hard to do when you hear them
That's right.
mocking your Lord. It's like, ooh, but it's like, yeah, then you have to understand this isn't the human in them, even though the human
Mm-mm.
allowed this to happen, they opened the door for it.
Hmm.
We have to understand that they're being deceived and they're being lied to.
That's right.
Let's just keep praying for them, and
That's right.
hopefully something good
And
comes
lifting
out of
them
all
up.
this. And let's
Yeah,
hope and
just keep
pray that
lifting
this
them up.
isn't new carbonation, but I have a feeling I don't know, but we'll wait and see. But I love you guys. I thank you so much, Redbone, for coming up.
You know it, sis.
Well, come back up next time.
Yes, and I love each and every one of y'all, and y'all have an awesome night.
Aw,
And make sure y'all say y'all prayers and make sure y'all
exactly.
pray for y'all children before they leave out for school.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sis.
Thank you. God bless. All right, guys. That is going to end this video. God bless you guys. Have a good night.